Oh yeah. I do love me some Oktoberfest beer. You know what I mean? I used to go to Germany every single year and I loved it. I always went to Germany. I love it. Driving in Germany is some of the best you could ever do. As long as you're outside of the main city, you can go as fast as you want. What's going on, Aaron? I wanted to come over here and basically we're going to do a short video here tonight, at least a stream anyways. And we're going to talk about so many people that wrote me linking all the brand new products that are coming out here for 2019 from all the big companies out there. Everybody's linking the stuff to me nonstop on my Facebook, my Instagram, everything. And I wanted to come here and talk about it because it just seems like it's the biggest, hottest topic of the week just because the SEMA just finished up there. So welcome, welcome, welcome. At least I probably got minimum of 15 different messages, or my name was tagged in stuff from Instagram, Facebook, everything. Oh my God, did it come off? And I'm like, dude, we'll make a live stream. We're just going to talk about all the new products. I am so excited for 2019. Remember, for anybody who sees this later, most new products that come out, they usually start hitting the shelves around February to March. That's when they actually shelf date. So you won't see them now. You won't see them in January. Walmart and stuff starts rolling them out between February and March. So that's when you're going to see them. As soon as they hit the shelves, don't you worry. I'll be getting them out as soon as possible, like always, and having fun getting to test them because there were so many products that I even saw, and I was like, ooh, look at that. Like companies from Turtle Wax doing snow foam stuff. I'm like, somebody listened to me because I kept telling them, I was like, you guys really need something that can fit into snow foam. So big shout out to Turtle Wax because they actually do listen. I saw Mothers is having snow foam, new car wash, whatever it's made for the foam cannon. So big shout out to them as well because the fact that I've made videos using their products in the foam cannon before. So I'm really glad because you know these companies watch videos online. They've told me they've watched my videos. So it's like, that's cool. That's cool. So I hope everybody had a great week. I know we're doing this a lot later than normal. I had a lot of stuff going on there, and I didn't have. I was playing some Call of Duty. I was doing laundry for my wife, all her white doctor jackets, doing all kinds of stuff, taking care of my son. So I hope everybody's had a great weekend. Yesterday was like a complete torrential thunderstorm. It was crazy if you saw my Instagram. Today it literally rained all day long. It's just heavy storms because I was going to wash the van. And I'm like, okay, it's the weekend. I start vacation tomorrow. I won't be on I'll be on vacation all the next 2 weeks. So I'm like, I'm going to get videos done this weekend. Nope. God up there said, nope, here, have some rain. I mean, it was heavy rain. The ditches are full of water again. So didn't get anything done. But tomorrow I do have a video. I have so many people always ask me, they want to see what the exhaust on the GTR sounds like. So I decided, you know what? I did a cold start video where I put the camera behind the car. I let it completely warm up and you get to hear it all. And then I rev up the car so that people can see what the Tandem medallion exhaust is like on the GTR. I get more questions than you ever know about it. So I decided it was time to actually make a video on it. It'll be a good off day video. That way it'll, so for people who do own GTR that out there watch my videos, they can see it. So it's not going to be a detailing video. It's just going to be, a fun thing to help other owners out there of GTRs. What do you think about McGuire's new products? Excuse me. Yes, I really like the one that 3-in-1 is a ceramic thing. What's funny about that is it seems like almost every company is coming out with some type of ceramic spray or something like that. Obviously, Masterson's has it. They say he was going to send it to me. I don't know what's going on with Greg. Obviously, they're making it. I think Turtle Wax is making some kind of ceramic spray. It just seems like everybody's jumping on the ceramic bandwagon this year. So that's really cool, and I'm really pumped about that for sure. I saw a lot of their products. They have a waterless wheel cleaner sign, I think, is what it was, wasn't it? Yeah, it was that. From McGuire's is a waterless. I mean, to me, here's the thing I'm thinking with that. Why don't you just use their regular waterless wash on the wheels? Why does it have to be a waterless? What's the difference? I want to ask them. What is the difference between their 2019 wheel waterless cleaner and just a regular waterless cleaner that they've been selling for years now? So that's kind of seems like it's overlapping. Like, what's the point? They're having an Iron X type thing, which removes the iron from the paint. But people have been using it with the McGuire's Ultimate Wheel Cleaner. So it's kind of like, is it really worth it, or can you just is it going to be any better than, let's say, just their regular wheel cleaner that also removes the iron? So that's kind of interesting to see that kind of stuff. But yeah, I've been pretty pumped about stuff. 2019, yeah, we're talking about 2019 products that were just released in SEMA. So everybody got to see. If you guys follow SEMA, if you guys follow the big companies, everybody's releasing all their brand new products. So I was really, really stoked about that. So that's what we're talking about right now, mobile detailing. What are your thoughts on seeing it have a turbo on it? If it had a turbo, it would be cool, but honestly, it has so much power already. It already has 300 horsepower. I see somebody putting a turbocharger on a minivan to make it go faster than that? Maybe not really, because what would you get? Maybe like 340, 350 horsepower out of it to make it stable. Do you need that much? Because I'm telling you, the V6 alone is a powerful V6. I race people all the time. You guys don't know. I love going like, because you'll see the cars like inch up like this, like they're gonna race, and I'm like, I'll race you all day long in the minivan, because nobody expects the minivan to take off and go. And I floor it all day long, and it's so funny. I beat so many standard cars. It's hilarious because they're like, what just happened? I mean, the minivan, we're gone. So I don't know if you really need a turbo on the Sienna, but it could be fun to see. You know what I mean? What products are coming out? There's so many products, Dalton. You really need to check out this stuff. So Meguiar's, Mothers, Chemical Guys, Turtle Wax. Most of the main brands already have shown what they do. I don't actually have the list of it, but there are so many new products you need to check into. At least 2 or 3 of them now are coming out with new snow foams. Again, Meguiar's been a waterless wash for wheels. It seems kind of like counterintuitive. What else? I see. Mothers is coming in with a bunch more of their Speed series, the Speed 2.0 and stuff like that. They're coming out with a bunch of new stuff as well. That's really cool. I think they're having some kind of ceramic spray sealant, and that's part of their Speed line or whatever, their new line they just created this year. What else was there supposed to be? There's a lot of good stuff, and I mean, like Chemical Guys, you know them. I think they put out even more soaps and stuff that they already have too many soaps for it anyways, but that's just my opinion. They've showed like 10 more products that they're going to be releasing here in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be 2019 models. There is so many companies popping stuff out. I'm like, ooh, like Turtle Wax is doing their new thing where it's like a tube where the top of the tube has like the spray in it or the wipe and the bottom has something else. I don't know. Or the bottom's actual, you unhook it and that's the pump, and then the top has a little wipes in it. I don't know. It's little things like that I was noticing, because I'm telling you guys, my Facebook, Instagram was blowing up this week with Sema, so it's been pretty crazy. What's up, RTD? How you doing, buddy? So Meguiar is going to release waterless wheel wash. Yes, they are. It's going to be waterless wheel wash, which is again why it gets back to why. Because you already have a waterless wash in there that's made for your whole car, so why not just use that on your wheels anyways? I've done it before and it worked out fine, so I don't know. That's just me. I'm just like, seems like counterintuitive, almost like a Chemical Guys type thing. You know what I mean? They're also having some insane shine or something. It's going to be Meguiar's ultimate tire shine or something I remember seeing. But to me, it's like, please don't tell me that's NXT recanned, because I will call them out on that immediately, because I was thinking they already have Meguiar's NXT, which is like ridiculously wet looking. So why do you need another one? You know what I mean? So that's what's going on. Well, my Mazda got beat by a BMW. Well, I mean, if it's a more powerful car, what can you expect? You don't roll up against something, just get mad because you lost. It's just, the thing is, it's just, I gotta have fun with it. Doing all right, Brady. Thanks. What's up with the bike? Doing pretty good, man. There's one of the bikes, and the other one is right here. So you can see my 2 motorcycles right here. This is where I park it, and then anytime I actually go out of town, let's say we go on vacation, cruising or whatever, I just pull the blue car in here, and then I have to squish them all in the fronts. That's normally what I do. I put the yellow bike goes up there by the back door here, and then the green bike goes in between the blue and the red car. That's how I usually park my stuff. Daily savings time. Yeah, it's definitely come back. I forgot what time it is. What time is it? It's like 12 something right now. So it is a little later than normal, but you know what? I did plan to make it out. We went out to dinner, did all kinds of stuff tonight, and then I've been doing laundry and stuff because I'm the house bitch here at the house. I got to take care of the house, do the laundry, do the dishes, mow the yard, do everything. That's me. I pay all the bills online, watch my son. I know I'm that guy. What's up, Jacob? When I see you here, Daytona Beach, planning to go there. You are? Okay. I haven't been there in probably a year or two. Anytime we go by Daytona Beach, we literally just stay on 95 and we zip right on by. We don't really ever stop there. What are you going to do? Rinseless wash. What do you think is better? Vide video? Oh, you're talking about video. I don't know. We'll have to actually see on that for sure, because you obviously got to have a bunch of microfiber towels in order to do that properly, because you don't want to actually scratch up your car when you use it. But I don't know. We'll figure out something for sure. To use Meguiar's Ultimate Wheel Cleaner as a decon, you go through too much because it's foamy and doesn't soak down, but it does work well. It's cheap. Yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see how. I agree on that one. I'll see how it goes. I think they're going to use that for their pro detailing line, if I remember right, Excalibur, and we'll definitely go with there. But I was looking through everything. I was like, man, look at all these new products, and I was just, scrolling through it. Of course, I'm following many of these companies on Instagram and on Facebook, so I do get to see all this stuff. But man, it was just it's been blowing up. People have been tagging me left and right. What do you think about ceramic spray sealant? I've never tested it out before. I honestly thought
Greg Masterson was going to send me his, but he hasn't sent me anything in a long time. So I don't know if he's kind of like just over me or just is like too busy or, he doesn't need me anymore. I don't know. Great guy though. I'm sure he's like just super swamped, but I was going to really try his stuff, but I don't know. Except for the new McGuire's ceramic wax. Exactly. Me too as well, Wilmer. Like I said, I think Mother's is having one come out, and I think Turtle Wax is also having a spray. It's like this is the year for the ceramic spray, and it's funny because many of those companies are also going to are selling a snow foam car wash as well. So I guess they're realizing how many people actually are interested in snow foam and actually using their soaps in this foam cannon. It's really interesting because I had Turtle Wax actually ask me what kind of products did a lot of people ask about, and I said, honestly, the biggest things people want to know about is car soaps and tire shines. It's the biggest thing they always ask about. What is the best? And that's what I get hit up with all the time. So I said, so if you make the best of those, have a really bright wet tire shine, I said, I think you'll be okay. But they didn't make one, so I don't know. Because I was like, please make one. I said, because it just seems like you guys don't really make a lot of good tire shines. So we'll see. Yeah, I haven't yet used the Masterons at all. Let me scroll through some of the things up there. I didn't get to see all your comments, so I'm trying to go catch back on you guys. What's going on, Kevin? I see you up in here. I'm trying to. Oh my God, there's so many comments. Sorry about that, guys. I missed some of your comments. McGuire's new products. Very interested on those, Carlos. Very interested in them. What's up, Jeffrey? How you seeing, man? I'm sorry I missed your thing. I was at Sema this year. Leonardo, I wish I could have gone. But the fact is, when my wife kind of busted my head here, we had to kind of put the money away. And that kind of hurt really bad there because I was like, financially. Because literally, I'm still dealing with the insurance on all that garbage. I called them. I dropped my information. I did all that stuff. So now I'm just waiting to see what the new bill is going to be, what we actually owe them. So that's just how it basically went down. So we're definitely planning next year. We'll be able to definitely go. It's just we got to set the money aside beforehand so that we don't get into one of those situations where I'm like, okay, how much is insurance going to cost me? Is Turtle Wax Ice bringing back the ice line? From what I understand, they are, Wilmer. They never really got rid of the ice line. They just kind of cut it down to what the biggest sellers were, and then they went from there. But I think the ice line is what's bringing their ceramic spray out. So we'll see, definitely. And I know they're going to send this stuff to me. It's just that I usually get their test products sometime around December or January is when they usually send them to me. And then obviously I can't release them until there's the street date. You know how these big companies are. They have to have an official release date, so I can't give any reviews on it. But I usually get them around December to January is when they show up on my door. And then I test them, and they want me to know what I think about the products in case I need to tweak anything. And then I just basically give them a private review. They want a just quick private review, and I make a little 2-minute video for them, that kind of thing. And I talk about what I like, what I don't like, what I think should be changed, or if it's a great product. But I can't give you guys an official review until that actual street date. So that's really no big deal for me, but I should be starting to get those in the next month or two. We'll definitely get them in. What's going on, Christopher? How you doing, buddy? Skipped me. No, I never skipped you, buddy. So Toyota is going to resume the design of Toyota. They gave the refresh already, as far as I know. They've already done a refresh. They did just a front-end refresh. I mean, it's a minivan. They don't sell a million of them like they do a Corolla. So I think it'll probably be another year or two before they get a full-on refresh of the Sienna. Remember, what's hot right now is SUVs. SUVs is the hottest market right now in car sales. So everybody is just pushing SUVs every 2 or 3 years. They have to kind of redo it because otherwise they'll be behind. They'll be stagnant. So minivans aren't selling they sell good, but they're not selling at like 200,000 or 300,000 units a year good. So they aren't going to worry about it. Same with sports cars. I mean, the GTR, they already said they're working on the new GTR. The one guy, I guess the head engineer called it. It's going to be called the fastest brick ever made. I don't know what he means by that, but it is going to be pretty funny. He says it's going to be the fastest brick car out there on the road. I'm like, oh, that's a funny way to describe it. So it seems like it's not going to be like a super sexy, like Lamborghini style, like sexy lines about it. It's going to be just kind of big and honking like it is now, but it's going to be super fast. So that's really cool. What do I was going to see? Adam's coating out with a spray wax. I figure everybody is. I started seeing a new SUV on the parking lot lately. Yeah, Dalton, have fun with that, buddy. Yeah, I started seeing, definitely interested in the new compound and polish from McGuire's, promising low dust. Yeah, no, I see a lot of these companies that try and do that. And even Turtle Wax had their polish, the ice polish, and it really did low dust, and I didn't have any problem with it. Some of the other ones I've ran into recently that I was testing, I can't remember, they didn't have a lot of dust, which is what I really want in the end, because sometimes you just get so dirty down there and you have to keep wiping it off, with another microfiber towel. What's a nice car for a college student? Any Honda or Toyota. Don't spend a lot of money while you're in college. You don't want to get yourself into debt. Just get yourself something that's a good quality car. It's not going to break down. That will last you those 3 to 4 years, whatever it takes you got to get through it. Honda Civic, Toyota Camry, Honda Accord. Just get something used and buy it in good quality condition and go from there. You know what I mean? Don't get yourself into debt, because more than likely you have student loans that you're going to be piling up. And you really don't need to go into another debt on top of the student loans. You know, it's a bad move. I mean, when I was in college at the University of West Florida, I had a 1988 Honda Accord, which I paid $2,000 for. I kept it for a little over 2 years before it was broke down so much it just wasn't worth fixing. And then I bought a 1993 Mercury Cougar for another $2,000 from the neighbor, and I rode that thing for another 2 years. And then once I was right at finishing college, that's when I bought the Blue Prelude, and I've had it ever since. So, and that was the loan I took. I paid only $14,500 for it. I flew all the way to Syracuse, New York to buy it. Hence why there's rust in the back corner, because, of course, the first 5 years of its life, it was up in upstate New York, where there's a lot of snow. And for all you guys who didn't get to see this week's video, the foam thing, this week I have an appointment. I'm going up to Sanford, Florida, which is on the north side of Orlando, a little town on the north side of Orlando. They do very high-end paint and body shop stuff. They are recommended by the whole Z Club. Most of the Z guys go there, but they are completely backed up until February of March of next year, and I'm going to schedule to have the blue car completely repainted, all the rust cut out and replaced, and everything back to pristine condition. I'm guessing it's going to cost $4,000 or more, but I don't care. It will be getting done sometime in the spring next year, but I have to go in and they want to look at it and give me a proper appraisal of how much it's going to cost, and then they can schedule me in to actually have all the work done to the car. So I was like, no problem whatsoever. It's going to be done. So I'm finally actually spending the money, and it will be actually repainted, and all the rust will be gone sometime in the spring next year. Mazdas are amazing cars. Haven't had any issues with mine. Yeah, it's all going to come down to, I like Japanese cars because they last longer. They're cheap to fix, and they're good quality builds. It's what you want in your design wise. If you don't like a Corolla, go look at a Civic. If you don't like a Civic, maybe you're looking at a newer Accord. Maybe you're looking at a Camry. Just don't buy anything new and don't spend tons of money. Like I think through my college, all I ran up was like $22,000, but I'm just now finishing it off now because the payments are so low. It took me how many years to pay it off? It's just not, it sucks. It really does suck. You know what I mean? So don't get yourself into more than one debt if you don't have to, especially with a car loan, plus your insurance, plus your student loans. Don't do it. Don't do it at all, man. I'd rather see you personally buy a $6,000 Honda Civic, and every single month go ahead and pay or your loan down, or just pay cash for your next semester. So you have a couple thousand saved up by the time the next semester rolls around, and you just pay straight cash for it. That's what I'd rather see you do versus coming out with these heavy bills these people do. What are your thoughts on IK foamer? I like how the cordless space spring power washer is a pain in the butt. What do you mean by the IK foamer? Are you talking about like a pumper? Is that what you're meaning? Or what? Long time no see. How you doing, Rebel? It's been a little while, hasn't it? What do you think about the Ford New Expedition? I like it. I like the whole platform that they did with the Lincoln. I like how they did it. It's not personally my type of car, but I do like that they've done a really good job. I feel like Lincoln is back on top now, doing really good. For years, I thought it was just Cadillac. But now Cadillac seems to be slipping, and I think Lincoln is really coming back. Lincoln's really starting to put on that thing like, hey, we're a very expensive luxury American car. You're going to pay good money for it, but you're going to get the best. Like how you should. When you get in a luxury car, you want the best of the best. Every little bell and whistle that you normally never would get. And I think Lincoln did that. They hit that out of the park with the obviously the Navigator and as well as the Expedition. Obviously, just a detoned one. Just booked a cruise. Oh, sorry, you zoomed past me. Just booked a cruise on Disney Fantasy. That's funny, Rebel. We'll be on the Disney Fantasy here soon as well, buddy. We actually booked a cruise. We're going on the Disney Fantasy here soon, so yeah, that should be pretty fun. I was on the Disney Magic. What was it? September or something. We went on the Disney Magic out of Quebec, Canada, and went down to New York City. This time we're doing a Western Caribbean cruise on Disney. It was a Florida discount. It was $1,100 off. So I was like, we're doing another Disney cruise. And then, because once Christmas happens, I can't take vacation at work. So I was just like, I'm going to kill my vacation. We're doing it now. I just bought a new truck, needs some interior cleaner, recommends a professional line of carpet cleaner. I got to tell you, I've had great luck with Turtle Wax's carpet cleaner. Seriously, that is the honest to God's truth. Amazing luck with their stuff. I've had good luck with McGuire's as well. Either one of those. I like the ones that have little bristles on top, so you can kind of like agitate it in there if you need to. Otherwise, you just use a microfiber towel. But it really, I've truly never had any issues with either one of those products at all. and they should be easy for you to get as well. Some people are very scared about buying stuff. I did ask Limitless Car Care and I did ask Wax Gods. I said, please, because I said, hook me up with a good price. I want to buy a bunch of products to give away on a live stream. They said, oh, they'll gladly do it. And I said, okay, well, what's my price so I can go ahead and pay you? And they never wrote me back. So I don't know what's going on with them, if they're both too busy or what, because I was like, here I am trying to buy products from you so I can give one away in a live stream, but neither one of them wrote back how much I owed because I wanted to give away some stuff this week. But now I don't have any products to give away for you guys because I was going to do a little bit of a giveaway. And I don't know what's going on with the Wax Gods and Limitless. They both told me, yeah, we'll hook you up. I'm like, okay, well, how much is my price so I can PayPal you right now? And they just kind of left it hanging, so I don't know what's going on with those guys. But yeah, I know a lot of people are a little bit shy about trying stuff offline, so I do apologize. Nice car for a college student is one you can say he's definitely a Ford. Again, I hadn't had a car payment in many years before I bought the Honda Prelude, and then I paid the Prelude off in like 3 years or something. I paid it off really early. It was like 5-year loan, but I paid it off way early. I actually used it when I got my tax money back. I actually just kind of looked the other way as best I could. I like paid off whatever I had on my credit card, and then the rest of it I just dumped it on my car loan every month, every year, and that's kind of how I paid it off so fast. So I was making my normal payments, and then when that actually came in like $2,000 or $3,000 from because I claimed college, I always just threw it right on the car payment. So that's how I paid it off so fast. I like the older body style of the new Civics rather than new ones. The new ones are actually pretty nice. Again, I've been looking at the Civic Type R very closely. I think by this time next year, if they don't announce a Accord Type R, then I will be already having a Civic Type R as my dad's car, my four-door car. I see it definitely coming. We'll definitely see because I've got to get the rest of the GTR paid off. I'm hoping to have it paid off by like next September, completely paid off. So that'll free up that money, and of course the Civic is going to be much cheaper than GTR payment, and that's kind of what I want to get into. I want to get into a fun car, but I don't want to spend GTR prices anymore for it. I just want to have it down to like normal land. Like a $500 payment would be totally fine for that, or less. And versus paying $736 a month for what my payments are now. How'd you get into it? Well, here's what I did. All I did generally was I was just cleaning my own cars, and I was living in North Florida at the time, and I just put up a couple of videos just showing my results. Just, hey, this is what I got out of it. Let's say product McGuire's Turtle Wax. This is what I thought about it or whatever while I was doing it. I didn't get in front of the camera at all. It was just doing it. And these videos were getting tons and tons of views on them for what it was. When you got 20 subscribers, suddenly they're getting 1,000, 2,000 views on it over time, and you're like, dang, really? So everybody kept asking for more, and I generally just rolled into adding more and more and more, and to where I am today. I'm not looking to be a Mr. 1 million subscriber thing, but I'm just having fun with what we're doing, and I get to talk to you guys every Sunday night, and I get to talk to you guys in the comments every time you guys write me, and it's a lot of fun. That's all this has come down to. It's a little bit of fun for me. I was going to wash and clean my cars anyway, so why not make videos of it at the same time? I was in a Civic Type R recently. I was totally surprised about how roomy. You were 100% right about that, Music. When we went to the dealership to look at one probably about 3 months ago, I sat in the back seat especially. So I put the front seat where I normally would sit, and then I jumped in the back seat, and I was like, dear God, there's like 4 inches between my knees and the back seat. The room in the new Civics are amazing, and that's why I really like the Civic Type R. Really, really good about that. And by the way, have you guys seen the new Veloster N? Oh my God, it's getting some stellar reviews, I think it'll be a little too small for me because I have to put the baby seat in the back, the car seat in the back. But that's why I kind of like the Civic. There's a lot more room in it. And it's a Type R. Let's face it, that Type R is going to hold its value for so many years to come. It's going to be crazy. Hold on, I'm trying to scroll up. Aloha from Hawaii. Check out my detailing Instagram. Maybe later, Sheldon. Maybe later. You can always write me, whatever. Again, I can't check it right now because we're hanging out here on live stream. But definitely, I can check it out later if you like. All I do literally. This is me on Instagram. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Scroll, scroll, scroll. That's me generally. I do it maybe a couple times a day. I just see if there's anything new. I'm like, oh, there's Trump. Definitely thumbs up, and then scroll from there. That generally is me. Other than that, I really don't pay much attention because there's so many channels or people that I follow, right? And like for example, let's say it's one of them is a GTR thing, and I'm like, oh, I like GTR, so I follow, and half the time all it is spamming their trash and here, buy this, buy this. I'm like, unfollow, and that's essentially what happened because I'm like, I don't care about your stupid sales. All I wanted to see was the GTR things, and it's like, buy my bracelet, buy my watch, buy this. I'm like, I don't give a damn about that, So I just unfollow those ones. I hate spammers. You can easily fix full touch art. Oh, there's no doubt, Junior, and that's exactly why I want to get one. I don't want it so jammed in there tight that it's going to be a problem. Again, for me to get my son in the back of the GTR, it works, obviously. but you have to have the passenger seat all the way forward so I can easily get it in there. And I don't want to do that anymore. Like we have the minivan, it's so easy to get him in and out with, and I don't have to struggle, which is really nice for me. So that's the way I see it, anyways. But oh well, I'm gonna get my little beer over here, my Oktoberfest beer. I like it from Sam Adams. I always buy it every year. It's like one of the things I always buy. So I just turned 21 years old. Hey guys, I can drink now, guys. I can drink. Yeah, let's get wasted. I don't watch a lot of other YouTube channels. The YouTube channels, I tell you what I watch. This is the kind of things I watch. Car reviews. I like to watch some travel things. I like to watch like Smithsonian Channel history. I like to watch like a couple of video game people, just a very few of them, you know what I mean? Because there are way too many out there, way too many video game channels out there. And there's a couple that I enjoy watching, but mostly it's related to car stuff is my biggest thing that I really enjoy. I love seeing all the car reviews and stuff like that. So that's generally me. I don't seriously, I might be subscribed to 3 car detailing channels, and mostly those are big brand companies like your McGuire's, Turtle Wax, Mother's, Masterson's Car Care, stuff like that. I really don't watch a lot of other channels, so I don't have that much time. And when I do have time, I want to have fun. You know what I mean? Like I'll give you an example. I don't know if anybody here plays video games, but obviously lately we have Call of Duty Blackout. I love Call of Duty Blackout, the Battle Royale. I play it nonstop. Red Dead Redemption 2 just came out. I did buy that, but I really haven't played it much. And right now, I don't know if you guys are old school, but if you're old school like I am, then you play a game called World of Warcraft. And so what Blizzard is doing is right now it's called BlizzCon, which is like Sema over there in California, and they're bringing back the original classic called World of Warcraft from back in 2004, just updated a little bit, but everything is stock the way it was in 2004. And I'm like, oh, so I downloaded the demo and I've been playing it and I've been having a lot of fun with it. It just reminds me of such a lot of fun old school days. So like I don't know, I don't have a lot of time. So I got my son, got the YouTube channel. I don't really watch a lot of other stuff. That's just the way it goes. Doug DeMuro, I've seen a couple of them, but I just, again, it just, I flip through and I just go on by a lot of stuff that pops in my sub box. If I notice that I'm not watching those channels over and over and over again, then I just unsubscribe from them. I don't waste my time anymore, because I can tell you personally, those numbers are all fluff. I've got 25,000 subscribers. If I put in an average video, I might have 2,000 views on it in the first week. So it's like, so where's my other 23,000 subscribers? I have 23,000 ghost subscribers out there, and that's essentially what it is. They're scrolling past my videos constantly too, and they're not watching them. So, and why do I want to waste his numbers? And I don't want to waste my time seeing stuff pop in my sub box. So I just unsubscribe from all those guys. Not to waste my time, not to have them have fake numbers, but essentially, literally, if it's a normal video, I'll get about 2,000 views on it, maybe 3,000 in the first week, and that's pretty low when you have 25,000 subscribers. It's just the way it goes. So I don't know why people subscribe and aren't going to watch, but hey, it's fun to have them here anyways. Do you do any Twitch while playing Call of Duty? Not really. I don't really ever do that. I'm just hanging out with the guys and screaming, yelling, having a great time. That's about all there is to it. I did that a little bit way back in the day, but not so much anymore. I just rarely do it. Have you reviewed any ceramic coatings? No, I have not. I have been planning to do it this week. I actually am on vacation. Actually, the next 2 weeks, I might actually put ceramic coating on the GTR here. I just need time. I need my son to stay asleep for a couple hours at a time. You know what I mean? Because that's essentially what it comes down to. Is that he'll run in, he'll run out. He might want to run out. Obviously, by the garage door open, then he wants to run out in the street, or you can't do that. Obviously, I'm the only adult at home, so I got to keep an eye on him at the same time. But I might actually try and get that done this week. I've been meaning to try 3Ds all in the new one polish and stuff they have here. I'll show it to you guys. They sent it to me a while ago, but I just haven't tried it. So here it is, a 3D1 hybrid compound and polish. And I've had some great reviews about it, but I just haven't personally had time to try it because it takes hours to polish your car. And I want to make sure it's done right the first time, and then I'll bring out the ceramic coating for it. And then again, you have to apply it, and then you have to let it sit for like an hour, and then you come back and apply a second level. So again, that's time consuming. That stuff is really good. I can't wait to try it out again. I mean, 3D is always, they really took care of me as well, but I kind of dropped the ball, and I just haven't had time. And like yesterday, it was all gray and raining. Today was heavy rains. As soon as I woke up, it's been raining all day. So that's why I have the garage door shut, because it's so hot and humid right now. So that's the way it goes. Who's your favorite car reviewer? I would say the ones I usually watch the most would be from either Kelly Blue Book or I look at Auto Guide, which is a Canadian company. I like some of their reviewers; they're pretty funny. But I really like the Kelly Blue Book guy named Micah because he's old school like us. I know I don't look older, but you guys, I'm in my late 30s now, and so he's about the same age, even though he looks older. And he's all about the Integras and all that stuff. And he is just one funny reviewer that I actually enjoy watching. And so that's what's really cool for me, anyways. 3D, I can't wait to try the new stuff. I mean, I've tried their HD Speed, really, really good stuff there, no complaints whatsoever. But they said that to me and said, hey, you want to try it? I'm like, sure, I'll try it. They sent me a bunch of pads and stuff, but I just got to get around to getting it done because I really want to do it on the GTR. It's not that bad, I will tell you that right now. The worst swirls I've even seen in the sun are right around the back deck area, like around the back bumper, and that's generally about it. The car's in pretty good shape, so it's like, roar. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know what I'll do. We'll see what happens. Have you heard of F111 Top Coat? Yes, I've seen a lot of people posting it, but I've never tried it out personally. Have you tried the last cut? No, I have not. I've heard about it, but I've never actually tried it before. So I don't know. So I can't comment on these products. I just tell you what I hear, but I can't personally tell you, oh man, it was so good, guys. You've got to try it or I can't. You know what I mean? F11 does not last as long as I claim it. Failed testing in a month. See, that sucks. You know, that's one of the things that I've noticed is a lot of companies build up a lot of reputation. And I'll tell you one thing: the banana spray wax from Chemical Guys, it smelled really good. It looked good on your car, but it sure as heck didn't last. Maybe one or two washes, it was completely gone. There was nothing to it whatsoever. And that's sometimes what I see. You know, you get some of these that are just watered down products, and you know they last for a little bit, but they're not that great. Like I'm not the biggest fan personally of a lot of Chemical Guys products. I think they're very watered down for what they are. Some of them are very good. I will tell you that. Some of them are just not so good. And I'm not the biggest fan of their car washes because of that. Because it just seems like they got way too many to choose from, and half of them are all watered down. And you know follow it exactly to the T. So when I do use their products, I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to put a ton in there. You know, try and get through the bottle faster, just so I can make room in my garage. That's generally what I do. Have you heard of Jelly Jack? No, I don't know who that is. Really overpriced too. Oh, really? Is it overpriced? Then again, I don't know, Austin. I have a lot of people that always ask me about this stuff, but I just don't know, so I can't tell you about this stuff. When it comes to buying stuff for you guys to review, I kind of just look the other way and I just spend the money. I'm kind of that kind of guy that just blows the bank on it, and I just spend a crap load of stuff at a time. Just because, one, I want to try it for myself, but two, I want to do things that my subscribers have always asked for, so I always do it. So when it comes here for the 2019 products, literally, I'll buy everything I see on the shelf. I literally buy everything I see on the shelf, and I'll probably test it within a week or two. And maybe 3 weeks, I'll have it all tested, and I'll have it out for you guys really early as I can. So I'll be pumping that stuff out. Those reviews are the ones that always do really good, is the stuff that's over the counter at Walmart's or whatever. The ones that are online companies, they don't do that good on reviews. They just don't get the views. I'll give you an example. We could try, what do you want to say? Any one of the big companies online, you know what I mean? Chemical Guys, let's say. Chemical Guys might have 1,500 views on a week. However, let's say it was a Turtle Wax product, brand new on the shelf for 2018 or 2019 coming up here. That will probably get 4,000 or 5,000 views in the first week. It's just the difference. It's the way it goes. So that $4 product is what everybody wants to see. They're not that interested in the Chemical Guys $10 product because most people aren't going to buy it. So that's what I really try and concentrate on, stuff over the counter. But I don't mind spending the money. Whoop-de-doo. It's a lot of fun doing the stuff what I do. Once I've gone through it, I've given products away to friends here locally. I'm like, here, you want some stuff? I got some extra stuff. I just give it away. To me, I just enjoy doing what I do, and it's fun hanging with you guys. So what did you guys think about anything at Sema? Is there anything at Sema that you guys got to see that you were really stoked on? I don't know what else I saw. I'm not big into like the whole modding vehicles, I guess. But you know, there was a lot of cool cars that I saw, I guess, in there. Some wild, like really powerful cars. But to me, I was more interested in all the like the cleaning products and stuff like that. I just was so sorry that I didn't go. Like 303 was invited me because they wanted to take me for lunch out there, and I said I couldn't make it. What else? Who was it? Masterson said I should come out, but of course I couldn't make it. Stoner Car Care up there was actually going to send me free tickets there, and I couldn't make it. I mean, there's a lot of companies that were trying to hook me up with stuff, and I said, guys, I just can't make it this year. It didn't work out. Hey Chad, haven't been able to stay up late enough to catch Sunday night live show in a while. Hey man, I understand, Lambert. I'm actually on vacation the next 2 weeks, so I totally understand where you're coming from, buddy. Welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by for a few minutes, and feel free to put your 2 cents below what you think about some of the new 2019 products. We've already talked about a lot of them that I can remember off the top of my head, but if any of you guys out there want to talk about some products that you've already seen that you're kind of hyped about, let me know in the comments below. I love getting to hear from you guys. All the Type R's, man, just make me want to go get mods. You know that from what I heard though, I've seen a lot of videos like where the Type R's go out and race standard cars out there in the streets, and they're beating them hands down, like your WRX STIs or Evos, all kinds of cars. They're just beating them left and right, and it's really funny, you know. I mean, do I see it's going to beat a giant V8 and stuff in a straight line? No, it's not that kind of car, but it is funny that those cars are doing so stinking good, and they're only what, $35,000 brand new MSRP for the Civic Type R's, and they're beating cars that are $6,000 more expensive than them. It really just does blow the mind. It shows what Honda can do if they actually want to do it. So that's really cool to see it. Gian has announced some announcements. Yeah, I didn't get to see theirs at all, so I didn't get to follow them at all. Will, you'll have to tell me what they actually brought out. The new Dodge had a cool truck that whole side of the bed turns into. I think I saw that. Did I see that? I think somebody had a picture of that while I was scrolling through thing. I think that's pretty cool. CarPro's new line of products. Then again, Sheldon, I don't know about that one as well. The only thing I have from CarPro is I think one thing from them. Again, anytime I've ever tried products that aren't like from a major brand like that we can get in stores, those videos don't do so well. So not being mean to any of those, but I just don't follow them as much as I should. I know these companies are far and away better than most of the companies you're going to buy in stores. But when it comes to the views, most people want to know about the over-the-counter brands, and they ever want to know about the big fancy brands out there, because they're going to be like $14 for a car soap. Well, McGuire's is $10, and McGuire's is $5, and so they're going to go with McGuire's all day long, and because they don't have to pay for shipping either, so that becomes a problem. I like CarPro's new look. See, I need to check into them, I guess. I need to follow them more. I know there's a company here in Central Florida on the other side of Orlando. It's called Sky Care Products, and they're the CarPro distributor here. And they were out there at SEBA as well, because I was following them on Instagram. So I don't know. I actually got to see them while I was at Auto Geeks Detail Fest down in Palm Beach. I'll be going there again as March as well, because Stoner Car Care always hooks me up with free tickets there as well every year. So we'll see. I'm going to have to check into them. So thanks so much for that. GN has a full line of pads now, a polished design by PPF, and a full marine long thing. Is Gian, I've only heard of it on the pro level, to tell you the truth, Will. I've only ever heard of it on the pro level. Local guys don't ever talk about it. The one I will tell you that they always talk about, like here, I got ceramic coating in here, Will, I'll show you. So hold on, bear with me, guys. So when it comes to stuff, this is about the biggest ceramic coating I see all the time. It's always mentioned that people like to talk about a lot, that they personally use on their cars and stuff. Is from the CarPro. But yeah, I don't hear that much about Geon. I know like the higher end detailers do use Geon. There's a lot of great ceramic companies out there. Now everybody seems like everybody's bringing out a ceramic coating. If you haven't noticed already, like every major brand has their own ceramic. I mean, hell, even Chemical Guys has theirs. Masterson's is bringing one out. He told me. So everybody is jumping in the ceramic coating game. What's your favorite leather cleaner and conditioners? I actually just use Mother's VLR on my wife's minivan. I really like that product a lot. I like McGuire's a lot. Masterson's is really good. The cool thing about the Masterson's, the actual leather conditioner, it really smells like old school leather. I can't describe it. It's a weird old school leather smell to it. It's not like just a regular cleaner scent to it at all. You should try LA, totally awesome as a wheel cleaner, only $1, pretty good. I think isn't that the stuff at Dollar Tree? Is that what that was? I must say thank you very much. Channel saves me a lot of money. So, no, for sure, Junior. I enjoy making these. But again, you guys have been the best subscribers I could have ever asked for. I can't ask for anything more. I've tried. I tried this week. I was like, I wrote them on Monday. I was like, hey man, hook me up with a bunch of stuff. I will pay out of my own pocket. Just let me know the bill. I said I'd like to do a couple like 2-piece giveaways. I said send me like 4 car washes, 4 spray waxes or whatever, and 4 like whatever detailers. I said that way I can give away sets of 2 at a time, and you kind of get the what do I want to call it? You get a little bit of recognition, name recognition. So more people get to try your products, and I'll pay the bill. I don't care. I'll foot the bill. And they were like, hey, we'll hook you up. And then neither him or Wax Gods even contacted me back. So I was kind of let down about that. I was like, Really? Because here I am trying to be a buying customer and buy the stuff to give it away on YouTube, and you didn't even write me back. So I felt kind of let down about both those. So maybe I'll hit him up again and see what's going on. Mogars even has a spray on rinse SI2. Oh, everybody's jumping on the board. I'm telling you right now, even this phone that you're using right now, it uses ceramic coating. So what happened is when I bought the thing at the Verizon store, I said, look, I need something to protect the hell out of this phone because I don't want to crack this phone because I cracked my S8 Plus and this is the S9 Plus from Galaxy. And he said, well, here, it's this coating that you put on the screen. And I said, literally, he pulled out his keys and was trying to scratch the screen and it left no scratches at all on his personal. I was like, dude, I need that. What is it? So I purchased it and he put it on there for me, and it's basically ceramic coating. I'm like, holy crap, man! Everybody's jumping on the ceramic coating game. Yeah, C-Quartz is really good, man. I saw a few videos on Adams Polish review. Going to Adams is okay. I would give them B plus A minus rating. They make some good quality products. Nothing stellar. I would say catch them on a sale. If you can catch some of them on a good sale, I think you get a good deal and you get some good quality products there. Some of their products, a lot of people were complaining they're a little overpriced. So just catch them on a good sale. Like right now, I think it's Limitless Car Care or Wax Gods has only $2.99 shipping on all products. So let's say you bought 10 of his bottles of whatever, he's only going to charge you $2.99 for shipping. So and for me, that's actually a good deal. When you pick them up, let's say at $10 or $11 a bottle, and then you only have to pay $2.99 for shipping. Well, I think that's a really good deal because how much would you normally pay in taxes if you bought 10 bottles of something at Walmart? You'd probably spend what, $2 in taxes. So that's the way it goes. Yeah, Sheldon, I will see what's going on. You can see the GTR doesn't look in bad condition. So I know there's some swirls around the back bumper area, and but it's not like tons. But I got to get all those out beforehand. But you can see it's really shiny. It looks really good. I rarely drive the car. You guys know that. You'll see tomorrow when you get to see the video when I actually started it up and revved up the engine and just let the exhaust run. So that way people who were interested in that exhaust kept writing me nonstop. It was the first time I started the car in 3 weeks. It literally sits there for 3 weeks. Later on that day is when I actually made the detailer video because I knew it was all dusty and stuff. So I cleaned it and I used the detailer. I did talk to the guys up there at the wax shop and I told them, I was like, hey, it did leave a little bit of streaking, which of course I mentioned in the video. I said, but the second towel came back and I buffed it off with these. And he said he was going to get with the R&D groups and try and correct that and see what they could do about it. Because I was like, this is kind of weird that it streaked a little bit because I was in the garage the whole time. But I said it buffed out really easy, no problem. But I just wanted to let you guys know. And of course, I let you know in the video about it as well. And the cool thing is they said, yeah, we'll look into it right away. And I'm like, cool. But that was the only time I'd driven the car in like 3 or 4 weeks. It's crazy. And with my job right now, they're hiring so many seasonal workers for Christmas time that there's really nowhere to park. People are parking in the grass around the building and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not taking the GTR. When I take my GTR to work, I'm usually parking at the end of the parking lot, way out there next to a curb. And now there's cars everywhere out there, so I'm not going to risk getting door dinged or scratched. Turtle Wax has the ice line. I suppose it would be there in a premium line. Imagine making your own car. I think that would be a lot of fun. But then again, I've talked to some of these guys like Limitless, Wax Gods, and stuff like that, these smaller companies. And they tell me it literally takes up so much of their time that they have to work their main job and then they have to come home at night and do all the boxing ups and all that stuff. As a matter of fact, Limitless bottles his own stuff. He gets them in those big 55-gallon drums. He actually has to rent he has to rent like a rental unit, one of those really giant ones. And he sits there and pumps them himself at night after he gets off the fight. He's a firefighter and he has to pump them at night the bottles. And then he has to label them, and he ships them off afterwards. So he said his wife does all the shipping at the post office for him. So it's a full-on family affair. It's a big business thing for him. So do I really want to get in that because I enjoy where I'm at right now, where I don't, let's face it this way, I don't have to do tons and tons of work. But would it be fun? Yeah, but I think there's just too many companies out there right now to really compete with. You know what I mean? And it'd just be so hard to get your name out there, and I think that'd be a problem. Makes you wonder who all the OEM, all these small tire detail small time detail companies are. What do you mean the OEM? I don't understand what you mean by that because I just want to make sure we're on the same level here. The funny thing is, here's what I did. I asked Wax Gods about it one time. I said, okay, well, who does all your R&D and your actually development? He said he has a company up there. He tells them what he wants and how he wants it, and then he's up in New Hampshire. So he's based in South Florida, but the actual company who does all the lab work of it and actually the bottling it's up in New Hampshire, and then they ship it all the way down to him, and then he has his own rental unit, which he goes from there. So that's pretty crazy. And but so that's what they do. They send him samples, and then he goes from there. But it's like a private laboratory or whatever, and he has to pay them for all the stuff. And then, of course, he turns around and says, okay, this is exactly what I want, and the color I want, the scent I want, all that stuff. And then he says, okay, I'll order X amount of gallons of this. So I'm sure he has to probably order a couple hundred gallons per set. So that's what goes on. Do you see any GTR 50? Good. I saw that weird looking one. If that's the one you're talking about, they want like $1 million. It doesn't really do it for me. Again, Nissan's already said they're working on it, the new one. So they are, in fact, having it. As Nissan also said, the new Z car will be out in January at the Tokyo Auto Show. So the new Z is finally going to replace the old 370. That'll be out here. So that should be a lot of fun to get to see that car as well. Okay, Will, good. We're on the same level there. What do you do to 95? I work in the shipping industry. The cleaning products industry is way too oversaturated in my opinion. There's like a new company every other week, and they get hot for 1 week, and that is honestly the truth. And I think that's, to be real with you guys, the way I see it from like a business standpoint, that's why Chemical Guys has to keep pumping out new products 24/7. They have to keep pumping them out nonstop, because and they just, change the formula a little bit, change the color, change the scent a little bit, change the name. And I think that's why they have too many of the same type of products, because you're right about that. It goes out like a flame. Like I'd say about 3 years ago, Chemical Guys was off the chain. Everybody had to have them. Everybody kept asking me to review them. So of course I spent so much money. I probably spent $200 or $300 minimum on them in the first 2 orders. So I actually spent a lot of money on their products, and I was not that impressed with all the products. Some of the products were very good. Like Jet Seal, I really like Jet Seal. It's a good little product there. Butter Wet Wax is pretty good. It doesn't last that long, but it's a good little carbonated wax. Their detail sprays are fine. Their car washes are kind of like meh, and their wheel cleaners, it's okay. But I think that's what happens. I think they, in order to keep themselves hot, they have to keep pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping. Here's new, here's new, here's new. And I think that's generally what it comes down to. They'll start to see sales decline a little bit, and they're like, oh, got to put a new product out. And I understand. You're right about that. You're probably 100% right. They have to play that game. And that's fine. That's cool. I've got no problems with that, Otherwise, your sales might start slipping, and then you only have your die-hard core people still buying from you. And then what do? Do you go back to your 9-to-5 job when you're not making enough money, or do you just call it a day, So that's exactly why I don't want to actually put out a company. If I ever did, it would be just, how do I want to do it? I wouldn't be relying on whatever profits I made. As a matter of fact, when I talked to Limitless Car Care, I actually specifically talked to him about that when we talked. And I said, how do you do it? I said, are you making enough to live off of it, off of all the profits? He said, no, he doesn't make enough at all. He said what he does for most of that, it goes back into the more bottling machines, more products he has to buy, putting it out there. He said it's almost at the point now where he will be there soon where he makes enough money, but he said he's not going to risk it. He's going to obviously keep his day job, as you were talking about earlier, and just keep pumping it out, because he doesn't want to just rest on Limitless in case something were ever happen, economy changes or something again, and then it goes down again. His sales go down, and he's out of his regular job because he quit it. And that's got to be really tedious right there. But I think if I ever decide to do one of those, that's what I would do as well. I would just do it as a secondary job for me, and do it in the evening, or for me, because I work evenings, then I would do it maybe during the daytime. I'd box it up, take it all to the post office, do that stuff, or I'd have the post office honestly come pick it up. And that's the way we would actually do this stuff for you guys. But I don't know. I'd probably start with a really small company as well, maybe like 5 or 6 products, and just see how things went. And then if it didn't go good, it's not the end of the world. The problem is I can't imagine how much it is to invest, maybe $10, $15, $20,000 to get it off the ground. I wish they brought back Citrus Red, huh? What are you talking about, buddy? Adams, same as Chemical Guys. No, they're definitely different, but I have heard that Adams made other products for other companies. I've heard nothing but rumors, so I can't say it, but I've heard Adams has made products for other companies, and I know for 100% for sure that there's other companies that make Adams products. 100% for sure. I can't say it. I was told to shut my mouth about it, but the other companies make products for Adams, and they ship it to them, bottle it under Adams' name, and so Adams sells it. It's pretty interesting, but I was just like, oh, are you serious? And you're like, yep, that's 100% true. I'm like, wow. So that was pretty cool to hear about. What kind of lighting do you have in the garage? Anything special? Not really. I mean, you can see the lights, just the fluorescent tubes. I have a bunch of LED lights that I use from when I make the videos that are around here. I do mean to hang them, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I want to have basically I want to have about let's say 6 to 8 LED like sets up here to really brighten up the garage a lot more. But right now, I just haven't installed them. And two, we're thinking about in the next year maybe putting this house up for sale and moving to the other side of Orlando, a little bit nicer area. So it's like, do I want to do a lot of work on the garage if I'm going to be selling it eventually? So the best way I've always found when it comes to videos is doing it on a sunny day, because you guys are going to get the best true world results. Imagine if I did a video, let's say, of polishing, and I rolled it outside in the garage on a cloudy day. You guys would never see the swirls, and you'd be like, Chad, those products are great. In reality, that you swirls are everywhere. Let's say the next day it's all sunny. Well, you can see the swirls everywhere still in the product. But according to you guys, you're going to see this and be like, man, those products are amazing, and I've got to go buy it. When in reality, I lied to you guys, and I've noticed that myself. So that's why I only do videos on sunny days. I will not do them on the cloudy days, because I'm not here to obscure the things. And I've noticed that personally. It hides the looks. Have you ever tried a high-tech yellow wax? No, I haven't. I did see it, but no, I haven't. I don't really know what the point of their high-tech yellow wax is, but I have not actually tried it. What do you think of AutoGeek? Do you purchase products from them? Yes, I purchase tons of products from AutoGeek. AutoGeek is located right there in Stuart, Florida. It's about, I think Stuart is like an hour and a half from here in Kissimmee, Florida, right down the Florida. Literally, it's right on the Florida Turnpike. You can't miss it. It's right next to it. So you're just driving down the road, and you see the warehouses right on the side of the road, and you're like, oh, there's AutoGeek. And that's basically the way it goes. And I've been to their AutoGeek Detail Fest 3 times now. I did the whole warehouse tour when they used to do it down there at their building. They're great because they're local Florida company. So if I order it today, it'll be at my house tomorrow every time. They carry every different branded product out there for the most part, and then they make their own in-house brands, which is pretty cool. We got to see that behind the thing. So I've got no issues with AutoGeek. They've really done me good. Which company is making good quality overall? Okay, so the best products, I get asked this all the time, and this is 100% true. That's why I tried to get products this week to get given away. The best companies I've seen with every product blows me away, like completely blows me away, would either be Limitless Car Care or Wax Gods. By far, I've never tried any companies that are just that stinking good. The Wax Shop is a new one. When they started sending this to me, I was blown away. Every product from theirs is like an A+ product. So I would say them as well. Again, for some reason, it's the smaller companies. They work harder to make their products better because they have to get noticed. If they don't make good enough products, people will forget about them. So that's the way I see it. And they worked hard, and now they have amazing products. That's why I wrote these guys. I was like, please send them. I asked Wax Shop, please just send me a bunch of tiny sample bottles, like 3 or 5 ounce bottles. Send them to me. I will give them away in live streams. And they said they're working with it. Wax Shop actually told me, he said, the next batch, they will make some and they will send them to me for free, and then I can give them away. They said they thought that was a great idea. I said, I'll buy Limitless. I'll buy Wax God's products. I said, just give me a deal on it because I'm going to buy a lot at one time. And he said, we'd love to. Let's hook you up. And then they didn't write me back, so I don't know what's going on, because I really do want you guys to try these products. Because a lot of you guys are, let's face it, you're not going to spend the money online. You're like, yeah, I'll just go to Walmart, But in reality, you want to try great products, you need to try these products, because you'll be just like, oh, I'll never go to Walmart again. I'll wait the couple days to have it shipped in, or I'll pay the extra couple dollars for these products because they're that much better. Chemical Guys, SVR and Adams VRT are the same thing. I wouldn't doubt that. They're pretty close. Adams make Jay Leno's. I wouldn't doubt that at all. As hasn't figured out their shipping yet. I only want one thing with the 2 damn things. And that's the problem. That's why I tell all my friends out there and all you guys out there in the world, if you are going to try these products, you want to try these smaller companies online, follow them on Facebook, follow them on Instagram, or however you want, Twitter, whatever. Follow them and wait till they announce they're going to have like either a $2.99 shipping or 30% off everything. And that's the way. Like Limitless right now has a $2.99 shipping on all products. So you could probably you could buy 100 bottles. He said he would only charge $2.99 for shipping, and that's when you get the killer deal. And so that's what I'd recommend, is following all the smaller companies, because I'm telling you, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm willing to spend the money to buy the products so that I can give them away to you guys on the live stream, and then you can try them for yourself for free. And that's what I've been doing, and that's why I contacted these guys, because I said, your name needs to get bigger. You are so damn good. But, a lot of people are scared to try stuff online, so I'm going to foot the bill for them and let you guys just win them. And that's what I've been trying to do, honestly. Grillo's Garage product. Yes, I've tried a lot of their products. Very good. I've never really had that much of an issue with Grillo's that I can remember. There's car soap, which is right here. It's pretty good. This stuff right here, it's pretty good. I'd say it's A-. It's pretty good for what it is. I've tried better. but it's still a pretty good car wash overall. No complaints with them whatsoever. Maybe they're a little bit high priced on some of their new products, their snow foam and that polygloss, a little overpriced, but hey, it's the price is up to them. But I called them out on that in the video, so just to say it. Chemical Guys Citrus Wash Chemical Guys Citrus Wash, not washing gloss. Good strip soap. Yeah, I've definitely used that one. I have it somewhere in the box in there. That's the way it goes. Yours right. Smaller companies are the best because they have to work harder, Rick. They have to work harder to earn your business. If they fail the first time when you try their products, you will never try their products again. And that's why I like the smaller companies, and that's why I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is and trying to buy products for you guys so I can give giveaways so you can try them for free without having to actually buy them yourself and take that risk. Because I know a lot of people do. But seriously, I would say Limitless Car Care, Wax Shop, and Wax Gods. Try them all. Let me know how it is. As a matter of fact, a lot of the people that have tried the new Wax Shop products are completely blown away. They said it is some of the best they've ever tried. And that's what you want to hear. If I said that, you can take it, with a grain of salt. Hey, maybe Chad's just trying to say something. But once you try them yourself, then you can come back and be like, hey, this is pretty damn good stuff. And that's what really has been happening. I said, please just leave your positive or negative review about it yourself in the comments below. And that way, hey, people can either agree and be like, hey, he's telling the truth or he's not telling the truth. And that's what I want. So we'll see. Hello, Melissa from 303. I'm glad you're copying Melissa's thing because that's not Melissa, by the way. I already talked to her personally. But thanks so much for stopping by, Melissa. Because, yes, I actually did talk to her because she was at Sema and she wrote me. And I made sure to ask. I was like, were you on my YouTube? And she's like, nope, never was. So thanks a lot, Melissa, for stopping by. Way to copy that, brother. You got busted. So, yeah, good to hear. Good to have you here, Melissa. I'd love to try one of those small companies. They should, that's what I'm trying to do. Music. The Wax Shop said they're planning to sell in smaller, not smell, but give a lot of demo products at like the smaller bottles. I said, just give me like a 5-ounce bottle of each. That way it's not too much. We can go from there. And they said that was a great idea, but they have to finish what they have now and then they can get some more. Yep, got them for sure because I was like, so Melissa, were you in the live stream? And she goes, no, never in the live stream. I've been at SEMA all week. I'm like, I thought so. And I'm like, thought so. I just wanted to get there. So that joke's on you, busted. Because I know when my companies come in there and talk to me, they don't really get in live streams. They write me privately is what happens. All these companies write me privately. And they just tell me what's going on, whether it's through via email or via Facebook private message, or for like some of the companies that use Instagram. And that's how they get a hold of me and they talk to me back and forth that way. And then they ask me about what did I think about the products, what would you like to see change, what products would you like to see? And that's generally how it goes down. So they don't get on my YouTube. So I knew right away, I was like, yeah, that's wrong. But called you out on it, bro. Called you out on it. So all these YouTube kids, these kids out here nowadays trying to copy them and make themselves look cool. So what else would you guys like to talk about, guys? I know we've been on about an hour now. What would you guys like to talk about? I'm going to leave the floor is open. The discussion is yours. You bring up a topic and we'll talk about it. How's that sound? And then we'll discuss positive, negative reviews. What do we think about it? And we'll go from there. CG Smart. I think Chemical Guys do is pretty good, but I know how Walmart is. Walmart is very greedy, very greedy. So Walmart doesn't play those games. Like they'll give you pennies on the dollar for what they want to pay for your stuff, right? And let's say Chemical Guys charges what they overcharge for their products is always like $12.99, right? I guarantee Walmart might only give them $4 or $5 a bottle for those products, and that's it. I guarantee Walmart's pocketing minimum 50 to 50% of that product, the sale. I guarantee it. Walmart is so tight with their money, and they will just basically cut you down to nothing. Hey, you want to sell in my store? And that's what I found out. I actually sat down with Turtle Wax, and literally they have to play the game. You have this much shelf space. You've got to show me what you're going to have, and you got to tell me why I'm willing to sell it here. Oh, you want more shelf space? Well, that's going to cost you more. And if we don't sell your products, you're going to buy all these products back from us, and they have to buy them back at the end of the year. If Walmart does not sell them, Turtle Wax has to buy back every single bottle that they ship to Walmart that did not sell. Even the broken return bottles, they have to pay Walmart back 100% back just to get it back, so you can throw it away after it's done. That is how Walmart plays the game. They know they're the biggest player in town. Everybody has to play with them. I was shocked about that. So they'll put them on clearance. I'll just try and dump it to make some money from Walmart. But if not, then they just have to. Turtle Wax is in a contract where they have to pay for every single bottle they did not sell, and they ship it all back to Turtle Wax headquarters. That's nuts. Yeah, that beer got me. Blackout, what's your favorite weapon? My favorite, Matthew, I would say would be either the ABR or the KN. I use it nonstop. As a matter of fact, I'm up to 76 wins, 78 wins right now. I play it nonstop. Again, well, I love that game. I love Call of Duty. I used to play it for years and years and years. And when they came out with the Battle Royale game, it is just mind blowing. So yeah, I play it nonstop. Your ABR and your KN is just laser beams. They know there's no recoil on it. It's just like point, shoot, die. They instantly die. So again, a great product there for sure. Camel Guys VO7 or Glocks works. Very tight call on this one. Personally, I would say Camel Guys VO7. I really like it just that much more volatile. Guns, yep, I've got a lot of guns. I don't have whiskey, but I do have beer on me right now. But yep, for sure. There's a gun in the GTR. Just letting you guys know. So anybody who wants to mess with him in the GTR, there's a gun in there. So I know everybody's minds are like, I see all those funny memes and stuff. They're like, the triggered memes. I always love that kind of stuff. And so hopefully I haven't triggered too many of you guys. But oh well. That's just my opinion. That's the way I enjoy it. That's the way it goes. One of the best microfiber towels are the same. Many are the same. I think many get the same microfibers from the same companies. Wait, here's what I did. Wait till Amazon has the sale. Many times Chemical Guys makes a really good microfiber towel, okay? They're like silk lined, short nap on one side, really long nap on the other side. Really good products. And you get it for like 10 of them for like $12 or something. It's just a damn good bargain. Just wait till they're on sale and then buy them straight through Amazon. I have like 30 of them from them now. I mean, literally, that's what I did. I buy them tons of them at a time. They come in like 10 packs. That's what I would definitely say for you. Brooklyn, hibachi versus pizza. I like hibachi more. Pizza's very good, but I like hibachi more. My wife really turned me on to it when we first started dating, and I just kind of fell in love with hibachi because she's half Asian, being Filipino. My Walmart is like a slightly organized garage shop. I don't shop there very often, dude. Our Walmart is like trash. We always go to the other Walmart over there in the nicer side of town. They call it Lake Nona. It's right just south of the airport. It's like the really rich area that's starting to build up now. It's like they call it Medical City. It's like every major hospital is there. It literally is. You can see the planes flying over. Like we can see the planes where I'm at. But they're based over here, and the planes flying that way. I don't have any ranch today. I actually have a lot of like honey barbecue and barbecue chips right now. Actually, Cody. What is the best way to win a match in Blackout? Tips, etc., Matthew. Okay, so I know we're getting way off topic here, guys, but I told you I'd open up the floor, so any topic was open for discussion. This is his question. All right, Matt. You do not rush in the circle immediately. You wait to follow the circle in until it's actually moving behind you. Well, one way you can do it is you follow the circle. So you can stay on the line and just follow the edge of the circle all the way around while it's pushing in. That way you can, about 99% of the time, there's nobody going to be coming out of the blue from your left. So your left or your right, whichever way you're circling around it, is clear. So all you have to worry about is in front of you or to your left. And by doing that, you'll actually clear out many different teams, Matthew, as you're coming around, because they might be sitting in a tree or something, and you're swinging around and following the blue. And most of the time, they're tunnel vision right here in front towards the circle. They're not paying attention to the left or the right, and you get so many kills that way. You never shoot, Matthew, unless you absolutely have to shoot, especially you went towards there, because every time you shoot, you give yourself away. If you have to shoot, and you wait till you're within 20 or 30 feet, a guaranteed kill, because once you kill it, you've got to beat the hell out of here, Matthew. You cannot stay there, because it's like you ring the dinner bell. Ding, 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 ding. Everybody's like, where's Matthew? I hear some shots. Matthew must be over here. And that's generally what they do. And then they all swarm in on you. So you got to get the kills, and you got to haul ass instantly. Get the hell out of there. And if you just play the circle nonstop, use your head, don't shoot unless you absolutely have to, Matthew, you'll get so many more wins that way. Again, I'm up to like 76, 78 wins now. And that's generally the way we play the game. We do not rush into anything. We just take our time, move in slowly, get killed when you have to kill people. Other than that, just let them all shoot each other out. At the final circles, just shut your mouth, lay down, and get behind a rock and just kind of watch different ways from approaching and let everybody shoot each other out.
And then you generally know, okay, I hear people shooting over here and I hear people shooting over here. Okay, so I know where generally the people are left, so now I can figure out where we need to go from there. And that's basically all it takes, Matthew.
Again, do not shoot unless you have to. Do not give yourself away. If you have to kill somebody, get the hell out of there. Use silencers as much as you can once you're in the final circles. You really don't need the silencer as much, and put the long barrel on. You get more kills. Pack and Heat. Yep. There's Pack and Heat inside the GTR. What's the next gaming console coming out? I think it's supposed to be the PS5, is it? Right? The PlayStation 5. It's supposed to be coming out like, is it 2019, 2020? Probably 2020, more than likely. I mean, hell, 2019 is what, a month and a half away, a little over a month and a half. So I think it'll probably be sometime in 2020 is when we'll see the PlayStation 5. If Honda made a limited production Odyssey Type R, would you get it? I think that would be badass, but I don't think they'll ever want to do it. I think that'd be fun. I'd see them building a Type R Accord or a Honda Fit Type R before they'd ever make an Odyssey Type R. But that would be a lot of fun, I agree. Have you ever heard from anyone about the new microfiber towels from Scott from Dallas Paint Correction have released? No, I haven't heard from anybody about that. Do you think video games are addicting? If you enjoy the video games, yes. Does Call of Duty still have the jump boost? No, they got rid of it for Black Ops 4. Got to go have to officiate middle school basketball tomorrow. Enjoy, Rick. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate you swinging that by. What's your favorite attachments to go for the gun, etc.? Silencers. I always grab the silencers every single time because I like to make shots when nobody really knows where I am. I would say definitely get the magazine, fast mag, stock, or grips and stuff like that. But always number one is going to be silencer if I can find it. And obviously, I like the 3x scopes. The 3x scopes give me just enough range where I can hit people all day long from a distance. What do you use for detailing? What do you use for detailing brushes? Okay, that's a good question right there, Sheldon. So I have the Auto Geeks detail brush in here. Hold on, I'll get it out, buddy. So this is what I use from Auto Geek. It's called Daytona Speedmaster. I know a lot of companies now are copying them, but this was out before the rest of the company as far as I know. These are all bendable. They're soft, very soft, a little rubber tip on the top so you won't scrape anything. I have a bunch of Chemical Guys soft bristle brushes that are actually made for like a cleaning engine wheel faces and stuff like that. They're really soft. I have about 3 of those. And then I have a bunch of, horsehair brushes for the little individual stuff, Sheldon. Hold on, I'll show you right now. So I have a bunch of these as well for like the individual stuff, like the really tight spaces. This is what I get it with if I have any problems, and that's how I get it. Are you nice with a snipe? Do you play or go auto shotty? No, I'm telling you, if I can get the KN or the ABR, that's what generally I use the whole time. Those are just the guns I always use. Shaving cream brush, okay. BO4 Maddox. The Maddox is really good. I will tell you that as well, Matthew. It's a good fallback, but it doesn't have the stopping power of the KN. The KN, because it's 7.62, has more stopping power, but the Maddox is still very good. It shoots laser beams. But that's why usually my best classes are KN or ABR, or I usually try and get both of them at the same time. A KN for a lot more, or ABR for more long distance shots. And once we get into close range, then I'll switch over to the KN and just rip into people, especially in the final circles. What's the worst thing you do with washing your car? Drop the mitt on the ground. Don't drop the mitt on the ground. You are effed if you do that because you're going to put in swirls. Well, you just mentioned, we talked about a lot of stuff with 2019 products, Ranger. We've been having a lot of fun just talking about whatever. But right now, Ranger, I've opened up the floor. You guys can bring up any topic you want. It does not have to be with cars. It doesn't have to be with detailing. You guys can talk about whatever the heck you want. Matthew was asking about Call of Duty tips for Blackout because I'm pretty good with Call of Duty Blackout. So I was just answering some questions there. Great wheel cleaner. So some of the best ones I've seen lately are be Eagle One A to Z that I like the best. And I like the Meguiar's new Ultimate wheel cleaner. It does pretty good as well. So both are easy to get and they'll treat you really good. My Speedmaster brush is lasting a long time, almost 2 years. Honestly, run that bad boy as long as you can until the rubber tips and stuff start falling off. But I always wash it out afterwards. I rinse it out with the hose, and then I put it back on the shelf to let it fully dry out. That's, you guys got to see where I lay all my stuff. So it dries out. It's not in the dirt. It's up high, so I don't have any problems, and I use it over and over and over. Jay Leno Cleaner is a 9 diluted chemical, guys. Thoughts on black tire ice trees? On black ice trees, sorry. I'm not a big fan of the smell of the black ice. I know a lot of people do like it, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. Thoughts on Fallout 76? I never played it, so I don't know. What do you think? Diablo Wheel Cleaner Junior, I would say, is decent. It's pretty good. I don't know. Maybe it does not as aggressive as I'd like it, maybe. But, I mean, that's just me being picky about it. I know it's meant to be an all-wheel cleaner, so I don't know. It does a fine job, though. How many times do you use a polishing pad? Multiple times, as long as you keep them clean. As soon as you're done with it, clean them out, get them all the soaping or the polishing compound out, waxes out, let it air dry, and then I put it in Ziploc baggies. I can usually run it for what I use it for, maybe like 4 or 5 times before they really start going bad. Maybe even longer, especially with like the wax pads, the softer pads, like a red or a black pad. Then they usually last me for a long time before I have to dump them. A Dollar Tree soap I use when my foam cleaner works best. Then the Black Magic. Oh, Black Magic is terrible. It was so bad, you know. I had a lot of people ask me about it, so that's why I did it for you guys. I listened to you guys. Does the time change interrupt your detailing since it gets dark earlier? Not really, because I don't make videos during the evening when it actually starts to what's it called here? When it gets cloudy or shady here, because I have big oak trees over there and stuff. So that starts blocking the sun because the west is that way, and the driveway is right here in front of me. So the trees start blocking the sun, and it starts getting a lot of shade on there. So I usually try and do it maybe 1 or 2 o'clock is when I make the videos for you guys, so it's still really bright outside and it's not shady at all. So I don't know. You should deck out your garage, do inside videos garage. No, I don't think so. Again, we're probably going to sell this house in the next year to 2 years, which is what we're looking at right now, is letting it go and moving to a nicer area of town. What I want is I want a 4-car garage personally. We've talked about essentially copying this house and making this a 4-car garage all the way across, and then having like a full-on playroom above it, so like with a door, so you can be as loud as you want. You want to play video games, you want to have pool, whatever you want to do up there, and like watch movies and blare the music. That'll be fine because you won't bother anybody down here because it's just the garage. So that's what we're looking at. I think that's where I would actually spend the money and really make it look nice, because I'd be able to put a lot of cars in. That's what I kind of want to do anyways. Kind of hide so many vehicles, you know. What soap do you get to put in the wheel bucket? What soap did you? I just use regular car wash soap. Is that what that's what you're trying to say? I just use like a regular car soap in when I actually use a wheel cleaner, and that's generally about it. Hey, have you got a chance to go to the chemical guy store in Orlando? It's not in Orlando, Matthew, so no, I haven't been there. It's not actually in Orlando. Sorry, buddy. It's actually on the other side of Orlando, and it's not even the same county as Orlando. It's funny because I follow chemical guys, okay, on Instagram, and one of their things they popped out today was, where would you like to see a new chemical guy store added? You know what I put? I said in Orlando, not in another county away. I said in Orlando. And I just left it as that. So hopefully they see it and they're going to laugh about it. But it's true. They're not even in the same county as Orlando. I'm not in the same county as Orlando. But they claim Orlando. They're not even in the same damn city as Orlando, but it's the Orlando store. So I'll always hate on them for that because they're not in Orlando. And we might as well. You know what? I live in Kissimmee, Florida. This is the Miami store, bitches. This is the Miami store. You know, that's the way I see it. It was just like, really, guys, really. So I don't like the way that they call themselves the Orlando store when you're not even in the same county, you know. And Miami is what, about 3 hours away from here. Don't worry, guys. Kissimmee is the new Miami store. Come on, guys, come on down. You know, it's a joke for me. It's an absolute joke. So it's like one of those pet peeves. I'm like, bro, you're not even in the same town as Orlando. You're not even in the same county. So no, you're not an Orlando store. 4-car garage would be great. You finally moved to Jersey? Fuck no. All the Jersey people are moving here as fast as they can. Jersey, New York are like, and it's like trash down here. Do I wash my car under the thing? No, I don't wash. The oak trees are over there. They're like right at the edge of the property, right at the edge of the street here. This that goes around the neighborhood. So what our HOA, I guess, what their thing was when they built this neighborhood was to make it all like clean and pretty and stuff. Every yard has like 2 oak trees they planted on it. So since this was one of the show houses, or whatever you want to call it, show homes, when the neighborhood was first being built, we have giant oak trees and we have giant palm trees all around our house. And but no, they're way over against the street. So every house has 2 oak trees lining the street, so that way it'll have that nice arched canopy look while you're driving through it to make it look real pretty and stuff like that. 4-car garage, you know, it wouldn't cost that much because you got to understand the garage is nothing more than a slab, as you know, and then just the walls. You don't have to have water running here. You don't have to have any crazy electrical running here. Just basic electrical is all you need for a garage. It's just the walls and the foundation that cost the money. And upstairs, though, my wife said, well, we would definitely have probably a bathroom in one corner so that whoever's up in the playroom area could have a bathroom. And then the whole thing would just be, you know, just wired for stuff like that, for like electric and stuff. But generally, that would be about it because you don't have to air condition the garage. You don't have to do any of that stuff. So it's pretty cheap to actually have garages. HRE wheels. I've seen a lot of them, but I don't know. They're really overpriced. I mean, I don't really need them. You know what I mean? Here's a good question. Which is better, Turtle Wax Ice, Shine Like Steel, and Wires? Oh, so they're both very good. However, the Turtle Wax Shine Lock Sealant I think has been discontinued. They don't sell it anymore. With a fast finish, you can still get it at like Advanced Auto Parts, AutoZone, all that stuff. So on that note alone, I would definitely say fast finish is probably the way to go, and it's faster to apply as well. So we're like New York Giants are based in New York. Exactly. What is it? The Tampa Bay Devil Rays, the baseball team, is not even located in Tampa. It's located in St. Pete across the bay in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's not even located. It's not even in the same county either. So it is the same way about it. So the Tampa Bay Devil Rays are in St. Pete, which is Pinellas County, and then obviously Tampa is in Hillsborough County across the bay. So it's across. It's just stupid. You know what I mean? It's just dumb. But I understand. But when it's like, could you not rent out a little rental unit right down the street here in Orlando? Was it just too expensive that you had to put it in a different town, a different county? It's like, really? So that's what kind of gets to me, a little pet peeve thing. So I'm sure there are nice guys out there. I'm sure they're great guys up there at the Orlando store, but it's not even Orlando, so why claim Orlando? I went to the grand opening at a chemical guy store, and they gave me 2 free bottles of beer. Oh, which one did you go to? I went to the one over there in Tampa. The guys over there in Tampa, they're subscribers of mine. Very nice, cool crew out there. Very nice people. The owner of that one also owns the one in, I think it's Sarasota or Bradenton, Florida. And then I think somebody else owns the one here in Orlando, so I don't know. But very nice people. Do you see a lot of lizards? Yeah, lizards are everywhere around the house. Do you think the older 370Z Mismos hold value? I think Nismos are always going to hold a couple $1,000s value above the newer ones or above regular Z's, but they are going down in price. Like I think you can get like an older school Nismo for like $20,000 now, or maybe even less if you're in a really good market for it. Evening Scene, how you doing, buddy? Scrolling up through there. Picked up my Turtle Wax Sealant at Ross, $5. Damn, that's pretty good, man. But Port of Florida is the best place to live. It all depends what you're into, buddy. If you want to have amusement parks, you obviously want to be in Central Florida. If you want to be in the beaches, I would say the Gulf Coast is the best because the Gulf Coast has white sand, where the East Coast over here, like Daytona, Miami, and all that's gray sand. It's a little bit different, more coarse. You want the slower life, you go to North Florida. If you want like the big city experience, then you want to probably stay all the way down there in the Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach area. So it all depends what you want. You want that country life, then you're definitely going to go to North Florida is where you want the country life. The year's about to finish, and you're going to drop 2 top 10 wax, the top 10 soaps. Maybe I think I might be able to do that there in December. We can definitely look into that. I mean, many of these companies. Hold on. Like I don't know if I got bit by a mosquito or what, like it's itching. But I don't know if there was many new products in the soap wise and stuff like that for 2018. You know what I mean? Miami, down Miami Beach is where all the money is. Once you come into Miami, Maine, it is pretty old. Remember, Miami's been around for a long time, so it is pretty old, just like every other city that you come from, Cody. You know how New Jersey is kind of trashy? Well, New Jersey is trashy, and a lot of New York is really trashy. It's the same kind of thing. So the glitz and glamour of New York City, downtown, Manhattan, woo! But then you go across the bay and you're like, oh shit, this is nasty over here in New Jersey. It's kind of the same way. Now, there is very nice, rich parts of Miami, of course, but there's a lot of old parts of Miami, which is kind of starting to be run down. It's still very expensive to live down there, but, it's just the way it goes. I went to the one in Riverside, California. They were pretty cool as well. That's the coolest thing. I think you got to take care of your customers no matter what. If I ever started my own line, I would you got to bend over backwards. If something's wrong and somebody complains about it and it's a true complaint, refund their money immediately, ship them out a new product right away. Cover your ass. The best thing you can do is make your customers feel loved and appreciated. Hey, you screwed something up. Even if you know it wasn't your fault, take the blame and say, you know what? I'll ship you a new one right away. My apologies. This one's on me. That kind of stuff. If you go out there and stick your nose up like I'm the best, there's no way this product was wrong or blah, 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 and you're not getting nothing out of me, or you want to run around circles with them, forget it. It's all about taking care of your customers, and that's what I've always believed. I'm scrolling through stuff. Jersey's beautiful. Yeah, right. Nasty. CG has great customer service. I've never really had any issues with them at all, so I can't say anything bad about the customer service whatsoever. I just wish their quality of products were a lot better. But that's just somebody here that tries out everything under the sun and that knows that maybe their products aren't some of the best products out there, and that's what it comes down to. I mean, I have no problems trying your stuff, but it's just like not really the best. You're not holding a candle to some of these other companies out there. So, I just wish their products were a little bit cheaper. You know. Have you ever called Auto Geek? It seems like they have a small team. They're not a big place. I mean, they're a big warehouse, and then they have a small office section which has like their phones and stuff like that. When we did the actual building tour, it just seemed like most of their warehouse was just stocked with products from different companies. Like everything was assigned to whatever company it was, and different every row of stuff was just like warehouse shelves, and that's all it was. And they would just pick out whatever they had. Another section of the factory had where they mixed their own products and they bottled their own products. And then you had the shipping section in the back where like big trucks were backed up to load it into the dock. And then you had just like the office section up front. That's all it generally is, just one giant warehouse down there. Yeah, it'd be fun to do that, Volatile. I mean, again, then you're competing with some of my friends that I've met, and I don't want to be like a douche to them, just trying to steal their thunder or something like that, I mean, who is it? Is it the dude in blue, one of those YouTube kids that are just like always wired out of his mind? And he has his own line now, and he's trying to push his own stuff. And I watched, who was it? There was a guy named Do It With Danny. He's like 1 million subscribers, and he's a friend of his up there in Georgia. And they tried out washing his GTR or something when he first got it. It looked so watered down. I was like, oh my dear Lord in heaven. I didn't even see any suds on the whole soap at all. It was like he was just washing his brand new GTR with straight just water. I was just like, oh, that's terrible. But again, it's like everybody's trying to jump on the bandwagon now. Somebody just mentioned a few minutes ago that somebody else, one of these big YouTubers, is now starting their own channel, their own product line, and I'm like, why? I mean, I don't know. I think the market's way too overcrowded right now. Have you tried Chemical Guys Activate Shine and Steel? I don't think I have. Do you plan on buying anything for Black Friday? No, because I just have so many other products. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, not products wise, but I just have too many other products, period. Other things that I already bought. I would like to buy a big old 4K TV, but my wife says we don't need one. So, of course, then you're going to go back and forth with her all day long, and that's never fun to get into with an argument with that stuff. Because, a big old 4K TV, I want like a 70-inch 4K TV, like a 240 hertz or like 120 hertz resolution, and you know how that gets into. You're spending $1,000 plus for that, and she'll say, well, we don't need that right now. We need to put money away. We need to be putting that money towards fixing the house up and everything if we're going to sell it. And you just go round and round, and it's just now the smart thing to do. But I wish I could buy. That would be about the only thing I'd like to buy. But whatever. Is GTR practical dating? Yeah, GTR has been great. It's a solid car. Anytime I drive it though, I put it in comfort mode because, and even in normal mode, you hit any bumps on the road and it's just like bang, 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 bang. You put it in race mode, the R mode, bang, 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 bang. Everything is just, it's such a tight suspension when you do it that way. So it's not really worth it. Other than that, but driving it drives like a regular Nissan. There's no issues with it whatsoever. It's kind of like cruise or whatever. You only hear the turbos really spool up when you really hammer down on it, and then it's suddenly woo, and you hear the turbo spool up, and boom, you're gone. But other than that, it's just like driving any old Nissan out there on the block. It's just it's that kind of driving effect to it. But you get a lot of attention with it, and that is true. You'll have a lot of people looking at you driving around with that car. That's not bad. 65-inch. Again, I have a 60-inch 1080p LED one right now. It's Vizio as well, and it works good upstairs. But I want to get a big 4K screen for upstairs, and she just says we don't need to be spending that kind of money right now. And I'm like, why? I'm like, I love the 4K, but she's like, we don't need to spend it, and that's just the way it goes. Thinking maybe a BRZ. If that's what you're interested in, then yeah. I remember test driving the FRS when it first came out. When was that? Like 2012? 2011, I remember test driving one, and I'm like, this is just as fast or slower than a Prelude. And actually, the fifth generation Prelude, like the Little Blue one, they're all faster than them. They were beating the FRS and BRZ every time in races. And I'm like, ooh, so you have a car that's technically like 15, 20 years old now, and it's beating the BRZ with ease. And I'm like, yeah, no, just buy a used Prelude. And that's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, okay, I'm over that car, and I just kind of walked away from it. Orange Interiors on GTR, not my personal taste. I will tell you that, Cody. Thoughts on 2008 Accord V6? I don't remember what body style that was. If it's the roundy one, I was never a fan of the roundy Honda Accords. I liked the early 2000 Accords that were held over from the 90s. I liked those because they were more boxy and angled. But the after ones like after that in the 2000, I think they're all roundy, and I wasn't a big fan of those. I think the late 2000s started going to more of not boxy, but you get the idea. They got rid of the roundy look into it, and they started looking a lot better. So I don't know. It's nothing. It's just my own personal preference. Football on a 55-inch Sony 900. Yep. I'm not a big football fan, but I see it. Thoughts on a Subaru STI? We looked at one, Sheldon, before we bought the GTR. My wife thought they were butt ugly. She's not. She's like, these things are damn ugly. She's like, it's your car, but I do not like it. I think it's so ugly. I think it's time for a refresh. I think it's like the 370Z. It's very, very long in the tooth. Even though the 370Z still has sexy curves about it, it looks really good. The Subaru just needs a full-on update. Subarus aren't the prettiest cars in the world. You guys know that. They're pretty ugly generally. They're reliable cars. They're great all-wheel drive cars, but they're just kind of ugly. They don't make pretty cars. And I think it's time for that Subaru STI. It needs to be updated again, with a lot better looking stuff to it. But at this point, I'm more interested in the Civic Type R personally for myself by next summer. And the next summer sometimes what I'm looking at, because I want to make sure this car is paid off. I can afford both cars right now, but I don't want to. As a matter of fact, what I'm doing is I'm using all the extra money I do have is to pay this off really fast, so I'll be out of debt. And essentially be paid off in 2.5 years. And I'd much rather do that than take on 2 car payments right now, just to have a 4-door car. Do 2000 Accords have any problems? No, I had 0 problems with mine. I had a 2000 Honda Accord Coupe, and I had 0 problems with it whatsoever. It was a very solid car. Not a fan of the STI. We have way too many. Dude, they're everywhere in Orlando, Sheldon. They're everywhere. Any day you go out, I bet you'll see 2 or 3 STIs rolling around the Orlando area. They're just everywhere here. I've even seen about probably 5 Civic Type R's already. When you have a city that's this big, like the greater Orlando area that encompasses away like the county north of Orlando, which is where the Orlando Chemical Gas Store is, plus here in Kissimmee, Florida, all of those general area right there is like 2.2 million people now. People are flooding here. They said it's the second fastest city in America, behind Phoenix in growth size. Like growing so fast now. People are flooding in from New York, New Jersey, down here, and frankly, you're ruining it. Go back to New Jersey. Here's what they all do. I just moved here from New York. New York is so much better. New York healthcare is so much better. Everything in New York is so much better. Why isn't this free? In New York, this would be free. I shit you not. That's all they do. And I'm like, then fucking go back to New York. Nobody cares. Nobody wants you here. But that's all that's moving down here. I know there's going to be a bunch of haters because I know the guys from New York are on right now in New Jersey, but generally that's what happens. Their attitude is complete crap. Everything needs to be like New York. I'm going to vote it in. I'm going to turn this into New York too. Even they're all bitching about how bad New York is and why they want to get out of New York, why taxes are so high. But I'm going to vote in everybody and they're going to give me free everything. Well, where the hell do you think that money comes from? Your high-ass taxes, and I hate it here. Vehicle carpet floor mats. What do you have? What do you mean for the mats? They're just the OEM mats. Is that what you're asking about, Hennessy? Like I had the OEM Nissan GTR mats in there, if that's what you mean. Thoughts on wingless GTR? It's not my look. I like the wings. Wings have always gave me that sexy look to it. I don't know why. Let's sportier look. That's personally me though. Orlando has way better back in the 80s, barely in traffic. Dude, I can tell you right now, Matthew. I remember coming here as a kid all the time because we lived all around Florida, and it was a lot different world than it is now. And that's why we're trying to get out of Kissimmee. It's just so bad that everybody here that was here back in the day is trying to get out, and they're all moving up north. It's funny. They're all like, we're moving to like Carolina or Georgia or Tennessee. Like everybody here in the Kissimmee area is leaving. They're like, we're done with this place. It's over. Because like you said, it was way different. And we've been here 6 years now, a little over 6 years, and we're already over Kissimmee. We're like, we're done. We're out. You're killing me. I'm laughing. Sorry, CJ. I'm poking fun at all the Northerners because that's how they all act, man. They seriously come down here, and then they all bitch about how bad it was. It was so much better it was in New York, and they're like, well, go back. Oh, well, it's so expensive up there. I couldn't even afford a house, and everything, taxes were so high. I'm like, then shut up. It's clearly better here. Then, enjoy what you're at here because taxes are cheaper. And then they want like, well, I'm going to elect all these people because they're like New York people. Like you guys understand the elections are coming up right now. Jesus, my mailbox is full of so much spam garbage every day about who's running, who you should elect, who you should vote for. It's just nonstop. I can't stand it anymore. My Facebook is spammed with it. My Instagram is spammed with it. Like, I don't care. I've already made up my mind who I'm voting for. My wife already did early voting. I'm voting Tuesday. It's like, leave me alone. I hate that every time a season comes around. Ugh. No, it is really bad, CJ. I know I'm probably running off a lot of subscribers from up north, but it's true. Upstate New York is some of the nicest people in the world, but New York City itself, the burbs and all that stuff are just, they're all trash, man. All trash. It's really bad. I know I'm being a hater. I don't know. Drink a lot of beer, and you'll find out, Cody. We'll take you out to the club and get you all wasted. And you'll find out real quick, man. We'll just keep shoving that liquor down your throat. You'll eventually puke. You'll know how it is. No, you don't go to the booth. That hasn't been around for like 20 years. Thoughts on Florida drivers? Normal Florida drivers are perfectly fine. It's the northerners and the tourists and stuff in the Orlando area that are really bad. Like, you know, you go down to Miami and you're doing 80 in a 70 mile an hour zone, you're going to have people boom, right on by, and you're like, holy shit, you got to be doing like 90, 95. You don't see the erratic driving down there. Just a lot of fast drivers in Miami. North Florida, everybody's very friendly. They'll wave you in traffic. Come on in. You wave them back. Hey, thanks a lot for letting me in here. They're like, fuck you. You better let me in. I'm like, whoa, take that back to New York. Seriously. So it's really crazy here. But I've lived every corner of Florida, and this is by far the worst in the Orlando area. I was born in South Florida. We go down there for cruises all the time, you guys know, and out of Fort Lauderdale and Miami, and it's just no big deal. Everybody drives really fast down there, but that's fine with me. I'm okay with fast drivers. But yeah, here in the Orlando area is really, really bad. It sucks. But North Florida, like everybody's really friendly, polite. You need to get out in traffic, wave, like, come on in, buddy, come on in. You're like, thanks, bro. And it's a different society. It's a different world up there. It's more like Georgia or Alabama, depending on what part of Florida you're in up there. People are generally very friendly. It's a whole different experience. A few winners and everybody else is the losers. Yep. VS7 car wash orange smell, it really does volatile. I concur with you on that one. It is really, really good smelling soap. 2 thumbs up from me on that one. I didn't get to see a lot of the stuff they were making. I know they're having a ton of different scents that are coming out for 2019, but I didn't really get to see a lot of the products from Chemical Guys that are coming out for 2019, so I'll definitely check an eye on it. North Carolina people are very nice. Yeah, I didn't have any problem. I've driven through North Carolina a few times. Never really had any problems with anybody up there. Everybody just seems to go. I've been to the Tail of the Dragon before. When I had my 370Z, I had went to the Tail of the Dragon, so we had to drive through North Carolina. No issues whatsoever with them at all. Gaming setups upstairs. It's just I have two monitors by my computer. So I have my big 28-inch monitor from my computer, and I have a 24-inch monitor, which was my old one. They're side by side, so I have the PlayStation and Xbox hooked up there, and of course my gaming PC is right there. So I don't have to get up out of my computer chair at all. I just kind of sit there and just turn on whatever system I want, and I start playing from there. Beer scented snow foam. Ew. I can only imagine how bad that's going to smell volatile. Oh, I did not know that. Because the smell of beer is sometimes not that good. You know what I mean? Especially like the day after, you're like, oh, you smell some beer left in a bottle. You're like, oh, no, I'm just smelling this right now. No, that would not be something I want to smell in the air. You know what I mean? Nismo GTR. One of the guys in the Central Florida GTR club here, he has a Nismo GTR. I don't know. Is it worth $50,000 more? Not on your best day. It's not worth $50,000 more than the standard GTR. No. You could literally take it to a custom shop that works exclusively on GTRs, give them $50,000, and you'll be fucking running like 8s and 9s in the quarter mile. It'll be just nuts, and if not even faster than that. So do I see that it's worth it? No, not on your worst day. As a matter of fact, there's a company out in Oklahoma called Speed by Design. He makes a lot of custom stuff for the GTR, exhaust, headers, the whole 9 yards, the whole setup, whatever you need to pump up your GTR. And they have different levels of kits, like stages. And his own personal car is red and it has slicks on and everything. He runs, I think, in the 8s, a quarter mile with the GTR, 8 seconds. And I'm just like, holy shit. I think they're pushing for 7s with it now. It's a monster GTR when it's in those. And it's just like, and I know for a fact that dude's not spending $50,000 on mods. Yeah, he probably did spend $20,000 on mods for it, but $50,000? No, I don't see that it's worth it, man. Just for a big wang, be part of the big wang gang. You know what I mean? G37 sedans. I really liked the G37 sedans back in the day. Also, fresh grass in horchata air freshener. I don't even know what that is. Grass. I've smelled like grass smelling candles before. They're sometimes okay. You know what I mean? Sometimes that smell of fresh grass is actually really nice, but sometimes it can be really stinky too. So I would probably want to sample it before I actually bought it and tried it out. I feel like they're running out of ideas. Yeah, I think so too. I think they need to really work on making their products better. I would like to see them maybe come up with a pro line. Okay, Chemical Guys, if you hear me, I'd like to see a pro line out of you guys. Blow the bucket. I blow the budget and just say, look, Here's the best soap we've ever made. This is only for the pro line. It's $15 a bottle for soap. Okay, I know that's ridiculously priced, but we're talking Chemical Guys, which is already overpriced. Maybe it's $15, $16 for that bottle. But I want that thing to be the slickest car soap I've ever tried in my life. It'll have the best smell I've ever tried in my life. And the foam will stay all day long, even in the 100-degree Florida weather. Give me that and call it your pro line or whatever. And dude, that would be good. That's all I ask. Give me something that's nice and slick that I don't feel like I'm pushing around water. Give me something the suds aren't going to die in the first 10 minutes of washing my car. And it gives it a nice little smell to it as well. And that's all I want from a car wash. I don't want to feel like I'm pushing water around in the car. I want the lubricity in there so I'm like, my hand is gliding across it. And I don't feel like I'm just pushing it where it's just like so easily going across and it's trapping that dirt. And it's just whisking it away. I don't want to feel like I'm shoving that dirt down the side, because there's only water in there. So I use the paste in liquid. Hot is a Mexican drink. It's kind of like a rice water, pretty good actually. Oh, I have no idea. Again, I'd probably go to like the Tampa store because they keep inviting me to come over again because they're like, again, those guys that work at the store are really cool guys, and I would definitely say that I would want to smell it beforehand. But they always keep inviting me. So is it the last weekend of every month they have their cars and coffee held there at the Tampa store and in the giant parking lot they're at. And they keep inviting me to come over. So one of these days I will come over. Maybe November I'll swing over by. Because again, we're going to have the GTR all DLT'd up because they asked me, could you bring the GTR out? And I'm like, maybe. We'll see. And then from there, maybe we go to Busch Gardens or something. But I'd be so scared about parking the GTR at Busch Gardens because you know how people are. They're like, just whatever. Did I go to Sema? No, I didn't. I actually stayed home. I had a lot of invites, but I never got to go. It would have cost too much money. And we kind of blew the bank when I hit my head on there and kind of had to get my stitches and staples put in there. And so now we're waiting for the insurance to tell us how much we actually owe. So it's going to be fun. So that went all that money. We actually bought another cruise instead. We're going on another cruise here soon. And that's a Disney cruise. And I think it was $3,600 for the Disney cruise for all three of us, which is cheap for Disney because it's a balcony for Disney. And so everybody's like, oh my God, $3,600 for 1 week, but it's Disney. Disney does things better than you've ever seen. So we're doing another Disney cruise here in a couple weeks, and that's what I'm pretty excited about too, because I love Disney cruises because they're so good. And then after that, I've got no more vacation until next year because be Christmas season. Pro Light Detailing Company, free shipping. Yeah, that would work really good, Hennessy. I do believe that would actually work really good, but again, I don't know. I don't know if they'll ever listen. I don't know. I'm sure they've seen my videos. As a matter of fact, Greg, when he said he was at Masterson's, he said they did actually see my videos. So, they do listen, they do watch my stuff, but they just don't comment like everybody else. Most of those companies never comment on videos. They watch your videos, but they never would comment on them. The insurance companies pay for that. Why do you like cruises so much? Okay, because imagine it's your hotel that you go between country to country or island to island every single day at, where you go to sleep in one island or you're sailing away, you go to sleep that night, and you wake up and you're in a new island the next day or the day after, and you're in a different country or you're in a different whole city, obviously. And your food is amazing. Your food's free. You don't have to pay for any food because it's all included in your bill. You have big pools. You have saunas, of all the stuff you want to do, shopping places. Everything is there inside of the cruise without having to leave. So all you got to do is get to the port, get on the boat, and just go. That's why we like it so much. Yeah, this will be my 26th cruise we'll be on, Cody. I just picked up 2 bottles of Wax God's car soap. Oh, man, you're going to love it, Volatile. Dude, it's amazing. Please let me know what you think about it at the end. Whether you like it or not, Volatile, and this is being real with you, go into my review of Wax Gods. Leave the comment below what you think about it. I really and truly believe it is that good of a product that I think you're going to be blown away. Just follow the instructions down to a T, and you're going to feel how slick it is all day long. You're going to be like, damn, this is good stuff. But please, at least leave comments in there, whether positive or negative, what you think about it at the end. That's what I really want to hear. What happens when you don't get back on the boat in time? So they usually give you, I've seen them give people about an extra 20 minutes to try and get back on the boat because they give you a hard time. Like when you're walking off the boat to go off on the dock, there's a big sign there of what time you have to be on the boat by, which is like 15, 20 minutes before they leave, before they actually pull away from the dock. And if you aren't on there, and they usually wait about 20 minutes sometimes afterwards, so I've seen it happen, then they just pull up the dock and they like, see ya bitches on the next island, and they leave them. They will actually leave you. They'll try as late as they can. I've seen them stay 30 minutes late. We've been waiting. And if you don't show up, hey, see you later. They actually pull in the gangway and they leave. How do you decide to book a cruise? Based on the boat? We usually base on where we want to go, and then I go from there. It's just like, hey, we want to go to this area, and that's how we book it. Like again, when we went to Quebec, Canada, on the Disney Magic what was it, like 5-6 weeks ago now. I saw that, I was like, man, this is going to somewhere we've never been before, Quebec, Canada, and we're going up from there. And it was a really good price, and I'm like, let's do it. We had to pay for our flight, which cost us a lot of money for all three of us. So that was like another $1,500 in flight tickets. But for us, it was pretty cheap though, so that's why we did it. Do you see the new grid guards from Detail Guard? I don't know. Detail guards. No, I haven't seen any new ones. I've got so many grit guards, and all traditional grit guards work good for me. Wax got spray wax. Have you tried? Yes, I have tried it. It's really good. I have it actually over here right here. I'm gonna see if I can get to it. Yeah, I can get to it. I actually used it on my motorcycle. So here it is right here. Dude, this stuff smells amazing. I've got to tell you, this is 100%. It just smells so good. Hold on. I'm gonna open it just for you guys, just so I can smell it again. Oh my God, I want to say it's like a banana smell to it. Jeez, guys, this stuff is amazing. It is so damn good. I actually use that on my ZX6R, the green motorcycle. So every year, when you get the new stickers in the mail for your license plate. Well, I just got mine in the mail for it because it expires on your birthday, and so I fully cleaned, detailed the entire motorcycle, and they actually used his spray wax on the actual bike. Like the bike feels super soft and super slick right now. It is an amazing spray wax, top quality stuff right there. Don't think you're gonna have any problem with it, Hennessy. I found a guy who sells grit guards for $1. That's damn cheap. I'm sure it costs them less than $1 to make, especially like chemical guys, and they turn around and sell it for $10. I'm sure it costs them 50 cents to make, because all it is plastic in a mold, and he just goes, there's that kind of thing all day long. Can you tell some do and don't when you go cruise? Don't buy all the packages. You don't need all those packages. You can. What else would I say? Don't buy. The picture packages are very expensive. Only if you're celebrating something really, really special. Don't just buy that. They'll try and rope you into getting jewelry and all that garbage online, because they're all shut like it's like a tiny shopping mall inside the cruise ship. Don't buy all that garbage. You're just gonna overprice yourself, because literally they charge $25 for one picture. $25 for a single damn picture. And then they'll say, well, you can get 10 pictures for $150. $150 for 10 pictures printed? Are you kidding me? And so they'll kind of rope you. Like the only time we really ever did that was when my son's very first cruise back in, when was it? 2017, the beginning of 2017, we went on a Carnival cruise. And so we spent the money for that. But that's the only time we ever really spent money for pictures. And we got engaged on the one cruise. We were down there in the island of Dominica, where my wife went to medical school for Ross University Medical School. When we got engaged, I actually spent the money for the pictures. And we had pictures with our rings and all that stuff and our hands together, but that was about it. How many days did you go? I went on like a 3 or 4 day, I think it was a 4-day cruise for my very first cruise. But after that, I was wishing I'd been on more. So we ended up going on one, obviously, tons of 7-day cruises. I've done 2 10-day cruises before. I've done an 8-day cruise before. So, it just start out slow and then work your way up. Diesel guard makes things that keep your hose from getting caught in your tires. Check them out. I've seen a lot of like Auto Geek has them. They're like little round curb things, like cups that go around your tires like this to help it guide it. Usually I keep the hose like way out. The hose is here in the corner of the house, and so I kind of keep it away from the car at all times. So I usually don't have that much of a problem. Best place to book cruise online. Let's see. I would say look online at like Orbitz, Travelocity. There's a company called Vacations to Go. You can look up their stuff and they'll show you every price line up there. And then you can figure out what you want to do. You can either book through them or you can call a local travel agent, because many local travel agents will actually give you onboard credit to spend when you're on the ship. So like if you book through them, they might give you a free $50 or $100 voucher to spend any on board while you're there. So this works pretty good. You get down here, Hennessy. Enjoy your night, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Our cruise is all inclusive. So cruises give you everything except for liquor, alcohol, beer. They won't give you Cokes. Now, Disney does give you Cokes for free, but every other company will charge you for Cokes, and of course, beer and liquor is extra, just like everywhere else. You can get a beer and liquor package or a Coke package. You pay for it up front. I think for liquor is like $200 or $300 for it. So you have to buy a crap load of drinks in order to make up for that $250, $300 for it. And Cokes are usually like $50 to $60 for the whole week for unlimited Cokes. But with Disney's free. You don't have to worry about it. What do you do on the islands? Just go sightsee, man. We've done everything. Sightsee, go to the beaches. Most of the time, just sightsee. I want to see different places in the world, so we do like the tours around the island. Scams on cruises? No, no, because they get a bad rep for it. You will see people that are always trying to scam you on the islands and stuff like that. You'll get the typical locals that might try and scam you or something like that. So you know the shady types that you run into. Hey man, you want to get something? I'll give you a good deal and all that stuff. Man, just stay away from me. Stay away from me. You know, you get the hustlers out there always trying to push you and follow you. Hey man, come buy stuff. No, leave me alone. I'm not interested. That kind of thing. What kind of cokes? Cokes. So I think Disney does have the contract. Was it? Yeah, Disney is with Coca-Cola. They have the contract with Coca-Cola, but it usually depends on what company it is, whether it's Pepsi or whether it's Coke, and they'll carry the typical like Sprites and Dr. Peppers and stuff like that as well. So it's whatever you want from there. That's what I like. Disney has like. So it has the Coke Minute Maid, which just owns the Coke, and then you just have all the different selections. Like Disney, just walk up to like the buffet area or right by the pool. There's the whole like thing of cups in there. You just grab one of the paper cups and you fill up your drink right there at the fountain. So that's the way it works there. I thought the casino cruises. Matthew, some of them they'll give you free drinks if you spend enough in the cruise ship. You get your little, your card, your room key card that gets you in. You just put it in the little card slot, so it's always recording how much money you're spending. Because if you spend a lot of money on the cruise ships and the casino, they'll give you free cruises, and that happens all the time for these people that cruise a lot and that play a lot in the casino. You spend $1,000 in there, well, guess what? Or $2,000 in there, they're gonna be like, hey, here's a free cruise on us. Come on, cruise with us again. Come spend more money with us. And they'll give you a free cruise. Seriously, these guys, even if you win a couple $1,000s, it's because you put in maybe a couple $1,000. They won't give you a free cruise every time because they want you to come spend more money. Lose a couple $1,000s with us. And that's generally what they do. So a lot of people I've read, and they actually post this up on the forums and stuff. They said you have to spend about a certain amount of money and it tracks it. And if essentially you're taking a chance at gambling and making money, but at the same time, you're essentially paying for the next cruise by doing this. So figure out about how much you normally spend for an entire cruise, gamble up to that much money, because more than likely they will give you another free cruise. It'll come in the mail and say, hey, we had a great time while you were on. Here's a free cruise balcony on us. This is on us. We're paying for it. This is Carnival. Hey, come back and cruise with us again. All fees paid. And so they're essentially baiting you to come back. And even if you won $3,000 or $4,000, the fact is you had to put money into it. So they want to come back and you want you to spend more money with them. A lot of companies do that. So I've seen a lot of people do it. What type of amenities do cruise boats have? Everything you could possibly want. It is a floating city. You want a spa and salon, they have it in there. You want to get a massage, they have those in there. We've done those a few times. They have gymnasiums, they have saunas in there, they have hot tubs, they have pools everywhere on the ship. They have slides on the ship. They have private high-end restaurants, high-end Italian restaurants in there. They have high-end steakhouses in there with really high-end steak, like the Kobe beef and all that high-end stuff. You have to pay extra for it, but it's compared to going here locally to downtown, the ritzy area of Orlando, to go at a nice steak dinner for $150. They charge you $25 a person for it because you already get your meal for free. So all they're doing is charging you an up charge for those steakhouses and stuff like that. Do you meet people? Yeah, we've met tons of people on cruises. Tons of people. You meet them all the time. World cruise would be good if you single guys do a lot of family to deal. Yeah, a world cruise would be nice, but those are 3-4 months long, so that would be a problem. You'd have to have a lot of time. So usually it's the old retired people that do that. So they'll spend $20,000 on a world cruise, and they'll literally it starts in New York City and goes all the way around the world, and you're like, holy crap. And it ends in Los Angeles or whatever. It's just nuts. It stops all these places around the world. It goes through the Suez Canal and goes through Europe, goes through India, Asia, up to Japan, and across. I mean, it literally hits up everything. It's pretty crazy. As a matter of fact, we're looking at one in March of next year. The very end of March next year, it's a Norwegian cruise that goes out of Santiago, Chile, and then it goes up through to South America, through the Panama Canal, and then ends in Miami. So we'd have to fly down and then take the plane up from here. So that's what we're looking at right now, is possibly doing one. It's really cheap. I think it was $1,900 a balcony for 16 days, which is really cheap because most people can't get 16 days off of work, or they can't afford it, and blah, blah. They don't want to fly all the way down because it goes out of Chile, Santiago, Chile. So I'm like, dude, I've never been to South America before. I said, this will be awesome. $1,900 a person. Where do we sign up, bro? So I think we're looking at that for, I think it leaves around like March 30th of next year. So I'm kind of excited about that. 20,000. So there'll be world cruises, Cody, the world cruises. So basically, it'll be like 60, 70 days, 90 days at sea. And you'll be stopping at like, 20 different countries and all different places in the countries. It's a long, long cruise. Too expensive. It depends. I mean, how much would it cost you to fly to each one of those countries? Think about it that way, CJ. If I told you, okay, you're going to fly to Europe, you're going to fly to France, England, Ireland, go down around Germany, maybe you're going to swing around there in Italy, you're going to go to Spain, maybe you're going to go to Greece, and then I'm going to swing you down by Egypt, maybe you're going to stop in Israel, you're going to go through the canal, maybe you're going to go stop in Dubai. You see what I'm trying to say? How much would it cost you? So when these people are doing these 60-day cruises, or I mean, it's like it'd be 90-day cruises, some of them are really long. $20,000 isn't really that bad when you're thinking about how much it would cost you to fly to every one of these countries, how much is the hotels. It's all there. It's all covered for you. Man, if you're a single person, it'd be good to go on a trip like that. Oh, dude, I love it. When I was single and I was still young, I'd go to Germany every year. I'd visit my friends in Germany, so we did that all the time. Are there clubs? Yes, there's clubs in the cruise. There's have teen clubs, adult clubs, all that stuff. They have DJs on there. You'll be DJs out mixing music by one of the pools, and during the day they'll be mixing music. It's a good time all around. I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff, they have bars are everywhere. Obviously, in the boat, inside the boat, on the pool decks, there's bars everywhere. The typical stuff. Everything you could do right now, for the most part, you can do on a boat. That's just the way. Just think like that, buddy. What type of expensive do you have on all? If you want to do tours on the islands, you have to pay for those. If you want to buy any like souvenirs, you have to pay for those. If you want to go to any of those fancy restaurants, you have to pay for those. If you go to the casino, obviously, if you want cokes or liquor, you have to pay for all that stuff. But generally, that's about it. Everything else is pretty much covered there. You know what I mean by that? So you don't have to really. So as long as you're not maybe into all those different things, like we just go to the buffet for lunch or whatever, and we go for like dinner. We go in the regular restaurant, the main dining, so it doesn't cost anymore. And then you have to pay your tips. So at the end of every day, they charge like $12 or $13 a day in tips, which automatically gets divided between your like room steward and your waiter at the dining room. So it all gets divided equally. They do it for you. It's usually like $12 or $13 a day they charge, and that's about it. Well, that all depends. For an older, more mature adult, I would definitely say something like princess or celebrity. They have all those things, just to understand it's going to be a lot of older people, a little bit classier setting. No, like you're not going to have water slides and stuff on it. But all of them will do that. Like adults, you can still do all that Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Disney, the whole 9 yards. Now, Disney is the only one that does not have a casino. Disney does not have casinos on their ships, period. So if you're gonna go gamble, you don't go on Disney. Let's put it that way. You know what you're getting into beforehand. Does cruise feel like overcrowded? Actually, no, there's not. Usually they don't feel like on this last one in Quebec. I didn't feel like there was many people at all. Now I heard the ship wasn't completely full, and I heard this cruise coming up here on the Disney Fantasy is not that full as well. So maybe that was why. But that's fine with me. I'd rather But most of the time, the only time you really see where it's packed is like in springtime or the winter when it's cold up north and all the snowbirds come down here and they're all like, woo, party, everybody go get in the pool. And the pool is just like packed. Like every chair around the pool is completely packed. The pool is like, there's nowhere to be in the pool. It's just nasty. There's too many people in there. And everybody is around the top deck, sunning themselves everywhere. And generally, that's what you see. It's just like, oh. But other than that, like in the summertime, not really that bad. And it's just always the springtime. All the spring breakers are out. And the winter when it's cold, that's when all the snowbirds all fly down and be like, I've got to get out of the snow. I'm going to go to Florida and get on a cruise ship. And that's when it's really, really crowded. But other than that, not really that bad. Just dropping by to see night. Got night shift tonight. See you, man. Thanks so much for stopping by, Rio. I understand. We're probably gonna get out here in a little bit, anyways. I've got to make sure my son's okay. I've got to do a little bit more house cleaning. Again, I'm on vacation all this week. I've been doing so much yard work. I literally have about 10 or 12 bags now of yard clippings out there. I've done just this week alone, trying to cut back bushes and everything because we're damn HOAs. This week, if it is dry, I'm gonna go ahead and wash this thing. Try the brain fart here. The 3D one polished compound here. I'll show it to you guys again so you guys remember which one I'm talking about. This So it's a hybrid compounded polish. This one, I'm going to try this one, make a video for it. And then I'm going to actually ceramic coat it if I have the time. Again, it comes down to, I've still have to watch my son. Before I was a dad, when my wife was at work during the day, I could make videos for you guys every day of the week. It wouldn't even be a problem. But now I have to worry, okay, where is he? Is he okay? Is he asleep? If he's asleep, that's when you go do the work. But if he's awake, is he going to be running outside? He's going to go down the street. He's going to try and get out of my sight, and that's when it becomes a little bit of a problem. Have you ever been on a cruise during spring break? Yes. Anytime from March to April is considered all spring break, and anytime during then, it's usually packed. The cruise ships are packed. Bedtime for me, I understand, CJ. There. Where is he? He's asleep with my wife right now. He's asleep in the master bedroom, but he should be up soon, so I figured we'd hang out for a little while. I've already done some laundry. I already did all her doctor's jackets, so all her doctor's jackets are all clean and hung up for her for next week. And now I just do basic clothes like shorts and jeans and stuff like that, so no big deal. Maybe play some more Call of Duty. Maybe play some Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know. Maybe play some World of Warcraft Classic demo. We'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. I might even stream. I have some people that ask me to stream on Twitch. I really never don't do that much anymore, but I might do that for you guys, and we can hang out sometimes. Maybe I can get a couple subscribers, and we can all hang out and play together. What is the biggest fine? The thing is, hopefully, Cody, we've been staying ahead of the fine game right now. So you get warning letters in the mail, right? And they'll say, hey, Chad, you've got to go ahead and your house has got to be cleaned up. They take a picture of your house, and they put it on the letterhead, and they say, this is what needs to be fixed. And they give you to a certain date to get done with it. Now, when it comes to the palm trees, we've just kind of been like, man, whatever. So I've gotten 3 warning letters about the palm trees, but the other stuff, like we cut back the whole shrubs and trees over there. We cut them all the way out, and this side I'm working on now because I had to pay somebody to do that, like $500 something a couple weeks ago. Paid them to do that side of the house, and this side they're like, I don't really want to touch it because it's too close to his screen and things. So I went and bought what is it? The Ryobi extension saw, the electric saw. That's like a 9-foot extension saw, and I go, yeah. So I've been cutting the tops and just pulling him away from the dude's house and just chopping him up and putting him in bags and stuff like that. So it's more of a pain in the ass. But the dude was going to charge me $500 something to cut them all back, and I'm like, they're like these little trees and stuff that grow out of control. So I'm just doing it myself a little bit at a time, and the damn saw only cost me $100. So that's the way it goes. Does someone drive around? Yes, Cody. So you can tell on me anytime you want. You can turn me into the HOA. But every month they have what do you want to call it? It's somebody from the HOA committees comes around there and basically goes around in a golf cart, and they take pictures of the houses, any issues that every house needs, and then they submit it to the main company, and then they actually write up the actual letters. But yes, if you wanted to, you come on my house and be like, you could take a picture and then send them the info and say, hey, this house is this. Can you do something about it? And basically that's how it goes. I stream on Blackout on YouTube. Dude, everybody's streaming, Matthew. I see that so much. I see everybody streaming right now. Usually I like to play in groups anyways. I usually play in with 3-4 people. We usually roll that way. Solos, I don't know. Solos to me are kind of boring because I'm not really talking to anybody. And I like to just hang out with you guys. Same thing when you're playing Call of Duty. To me, it's more of a joint thing. So I love hanging out online. And so I usually run duos or quads, and that's how I normally play. I think I got like 40 wins now in quads and like 30 something in duos. So that's what I normally do. Yeah, oh yeah, dude, you have a bunch of that kind of crap, Cody. Here. Do you like the HOA of the rule? So our neighborhood is pretty clean and pretty high end. You know that, Cody. It's pretty clean. There's a lot of doctors in my neighborhood, a lot of lawyers in my neighborhood, and for the most part, it stays really clean and tidy around here. You do see some messy houses and stuff like that, but they usually don't stay messy too long, I think, and that's because of the HOA. So it's a two-edged sword. A new HOA company took over this past January, so it seems like it's really gotten bad since January. Before, nobody really worried about our house, but now it just seems like they're nonstop with us, like bugging us and harassing us nonstop, and that shit gets annoying after a while. Like I said, about every other week, it seems like we get another letter about something. One was like weeds in the flower bed out back. I'm like, are you kidding me? Weeds in the flower bed? Are you kidding me? That kind of stuff is just stupid. The palm trees not being cut back, okay, that's fine. We'll deal with that. But just like weeds in the flower bed, that can drive stuff. How much do you drink? Not too much, Steven. Not too much. I mean, just once in a great while, I'll have a beer or something like that. Maybe a drink or whatever. But that's generally about it. I'm pretty laid back when it comes to drinking. I'm actually enjoy Cokes and stuff like that way more anyways. You know what I mean? That's just me, my own personal thing, though. So what else would you like to talk about? So we've been almost about 2 hours now, so I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up here. Like, again, I got to do some more work around the house. I'm gonna kick back, play some video games, do whatever I'm gonna do around the house for a while now. Maybe grab a snack or something. But if you guys want to talk about any of the things for the last few minutes here, feel free to bring up the topic. I'm more than welcome to open to it, so that way we can get through it. Pizza rolls all day long. Pizza rolls for sure. I love pizza. Pizza is very good. I have no problem with it. So definitely hit me up on the pizza line. But yeah, if you guys have any other topics you guys want to talk about, whatever you guys want, talk about it right now. Bring up the topic and we'll go from there. You ever tried OCM? No, I have not. I have not tried that at all. So yeah, so getting back to the topic of the video anyways, I'm super stoked on 2019. Had a lot of people kept asking me about it. So, hey, we're going to get that as soon as they hit the shelves. As soon as they hit the shelves, I'll be buying them all. And then I'll be trying them out for you guys because I know a lot of people are very interested. Hopefully I have a free week here that I can actually polish this bad boy and then put some ceramic coating on it. I'm really stoked about that. So we'll see. I might make some moto vlog videos on my motorcycle channels. We'll see what happening with that as well because I have a small motorcycle channel. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. Beer. Yeah, I don't drink too much beer at all, but I drink it once in a while. 2018 did fly by. Unbelievable. I mean, the fact that I bought this in January of 2017 and I've already had it almost 2 years now. Almost 2 years I've had the GTR and I've only put 4,000 miles on it, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Well, it's cool. You want to go sit in the car real quick? We'll go sit in the car real quick. I know it'll be dark in the car, but I'll show you guys. How's that sound? Hold on. I got to get by the back end of the car. She's got a big butt. You know what I mean? You know what I mean here? You're like, take that GTR. Like, seriously, it's a big girl here. You guys have no idea how big a GTR is unless you've been around them. There's some big old girls. All right, let's hop in. So I like to leave my car like almost in the middle of the garage so I can open up the doors and not have to worry. All right, let's spin it around and I'll show you guys real quick. I know you guys were enjoying that humping session real quick. Okay, so you got it. Oh, it smells great in here. Any Transformer fans out there? Look at Transformers. Walmart's starting to carry now. The original 1980s Transformers. They're going to release a few every few months, and this is one of them. Constructicons, and oh my god, and Devastator. Oh, I still have the original ones from the 80s. Literally, everything here is stocked from the 1980s. The exact same machines that made them and everything. There's no difference. The boxes are identical, and I'm like, oh yeah, baby. So let me go ahead and turn the lights on here. Let's do this. I can't actually do that. Let's see. Yeah, rev it indoors. All right, let's see. Are you gonna start? Are you seriously just gonna leave me here hanging here? Crap. So I'd have to start it in order to do this. I really don't want to start it, but I'm gonna have to. I don't know if it's gonna go in or not. Here, hold on. Damn it. Here we go. I'm gonna start real fast. 32,518 miles. So 32,518 miles on it. All right. I bought the car with, what did I buy this car with again last January? Was it 28,000 miles on it? Dude, I've barely put any miles on this car. I think I've only put like 4,000 miles on it in almost 2 years, maybe 5,000 now. It's somewhere. Anyways, we'd have to go on one of the old videos from when I first bought it and actually give you guys true numbers. But 32,518 miles is all this car has on it. So, I don't drive it a lot. It's a great toy car. It was a dream car. Everybody keeps asking me, are you gonna sell it and buy the new one? And I'm like, I don't think so, because more than likely, I figure what Nissan's going to do with the new GTR is, I bet it'll start at the 120,000 mark. I bet money it'll be, because when the GTR first came out in 2009, it was only $80,000 MSRP. I think it was $79,900 or something like that for MSRP. Now the basic GTR is $98,000. So it's gone up essentially $20,000 since then. And like the premium one with premium leather and everything inside is like $110,000. So I'm guessing the next generation GTR will be like $120,000 starting. And honestly, why? The car will be paid off. Why do I really want to get another giant payment, even to sell this? So I don't see myself selling this car. It'll be one of those toy cars I'll keep for years and years and years and just not drive it too much. I have too many cars. You know that, Cody. Usually I drive my blue car every day. The exhaust. I'm going to open the garage door. Hold on, guys. I'm dying right now. The exhaust is so bad from just starting it up like that. Dear God. So, the problem is, Cody, I have too many cars. And so when I usually drive the blue car every day. The blue car is literally right out there. And on the weekends, we always take the minivan, so I don't have to drive it on the weekends. Now, her van has 37,000 miles on it. We bought it 5 days before we bought this. 37,000 miles on it. And this has only had like 4,500 miles since then, so it's the way it goes. If you had to wrap that color, I wouldn't wrap it. I'm not a big wrap fan. It's just not for me. What year is GTR? It's 2013, so it's a 2013 GTR. And I bought it January 2017, so it was technically, I guess, it would be 4 years old when I bought it, and I paid what, 63,000 for it, and I only owe 17,000 left on it. Yeah, it's right around 17,000 is all I owe left on the GTR. So you can see I'm hoping to have it paid off by like the end of next summer, and that will free up the money to buy a four-door car for me. Everything here, the 2013 is known as the fastest GTR right now you can buy. After that, they started adding a bunch of other crap to it and changing some things, and it actually was slower. I don't know what they changed. I think they made the suspension softer. Everything's changed a little bit there, and what happened is it became a tick slower. So that's really where the 2013s are known as the fastest GTRs you can buy stock. Other than that, it just kind of, the power went up, but they added some things. They changed the suspension a little bit to make it a softer ride to it, and I think that slowed it down a lot. You know what I mean? Which tire gel? Good question there, Matthew. Gabriel, I would say either McGuire's Endurance tire gel or Grillo's Garage tire gel. So I have the Grillo's Garage right here. I'll show it to you real quick, buddy. I'm stretching there. Great. So I would definitely say that the Black Shine tire gel or the McGuire's Endurance tire gel. So I hope that helps you out real quick there. Any other questions you want to ask about before I go ahead and log off for the night? Feel free to ask whatever you guys want. I'll answer it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and jet out of here for the night and go relax for a while. Maybe do some laundry and play some video games. So there we go. We can get out of here. Maybe go get a snack or two. You know what I mean? Get fat. So any other questions you guys want to ask about before I go ahead and jet out here? If not, I'm going to go ahead and bounce. So I'm going to give you 5 or 10 seconds here before I let you guys answer it or question me. And then we're out of 500. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Gabriel. I appreciate you stopping by here for a few minutes and staying hydrated. Again, tomorrow I'm just going to have, so I had so many people keep asking me, would I cold start the GTR? Can they hear the exhaust? How does GTR exhaust sound that I have? And I said, finally, you know what? I'm going to do it. So tomorrow it's just going to be a video on the exhaust, a cold start up of the GTR. Let it just sit there and let it cool or let it warm up, and then I rev it up from there. So all the video is like 2 or 3 minutes long. But I had so many people keep asking about it, and then they had GTR. So it's not going to be a detailing video tomorrow. It's just going to be a car exhaust review kind of thing for it. So just if you want to watch it, I understand. If you don't, it's no big deal. It's just the way it goes. So that's what's going on. I really should put in my battery tender on this car because it's been sitting too long. Have a good night. Later on, man. Rev to 8,000. No way, dude. The old neighbors are here from Indiana. They're back down here again until like March, and they're really cranky assholes. So I don't even deal with them. They got on to me about one thing one time, and I said I'll never deal with them again. And not once have I ever dealt with them since, and it's been like 3 years. I literally don't even deal with them. They're always like staring at you like every time they see you. They're all like dicks. They're all old grouchy people. They're like in their 80s. So they're probably thinking, how do these young people afford it? And it's like, oh, just go to school, bro. Like my wife's a doctor, bro. Like it's no big deal, bro. You know, and stuff like that. So what else? Anywho. Thanks so much for stopping by. I am very, very excited about 2019 products. Maybe I'll make you a true video on it. We'll bring up a product list so we can go through from there. Maybe that's something I could do here in the next week or two while I got some time. Maybe make a video and I have all the information of all the products and we can talk about it. But you know, for now we just got to have fun and talk about random products and then maybe what we think about the current ones that we can remember off the top of our head for 2019. So there you go. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being a part of my channel. I really do appreciate it. The channel's growing a little bit slow right now. It's just because I'm not putting out enough videos. But hey, it's the winter. The winter always slows down, and then the spring hits. It's like every single year. That's just the way it goes. But they're okay. It's okay. I love hanging with you guys. So thanks so much for being with me. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys at the very next live stream and video. So again, I'm going to try and get that 3D one out for you guys this week and maybe ceramic coat it. We'll see what happens. I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye-bye.